Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th. That's right. Mother's Day is coming Sunday. There's still time to celebrate the woman who wakes up at sunrise, packs lunches, drives carpools, and somehow keeps everything together. She's the sunrise of the family. That's why Steven Singer created something special this Mother's Day, his brand new Sunrise 24-karat gold-dipped rose. This exclusive rose captures the colors of the morning sunrise with sparkling blue that fades to a pinkish purple to a warm golden yellow. It's stunning. Steven's gold-dipped roses are real roses preserved in real gold. Guaranteed to last a lifetime, just like mom's love. Steven's new Sunrise Rose is just $89. Go right now. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Free shipping, and it'll arrive in time for Mother's Day. That ends at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, May 6th. Overnight shipping ends 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, May 7th. Celebrate the moms who make every sunrise possible. Steven Singer Jewelers. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It is the Anthony Cumia Show. Welcome. Another great Sunday evening. So glad you could join us. It seems like it's been a week. Seems that way. But none of that even matters this evening. Any previous show, any show I do in the future will mean nothing compared to tonight, because my guest this evening, the inimitable, the incredible, diabolical, Mr. Jimmy Norton. Jim, how are you, sir?
Oh, if I was any better, it would be a sin. Guy that doesn't know how to open a conversation in a natural, funny way. By the way,
you didn't have to explain it.
No, I know. Just say hi. All right, good. Show's over. Stupid. I wound up, before we went on the air, I'm just so happy that my goal was to ruin your night by having Shirley Temple run through your head.
Yes.
Polly
yes.
Wally Doodle all the day is stuck in my head every minute of every day, and I hope
Polly Wally Doodle all the day, and it did wreck my whole night because now I'm all sexed up. All right, Anthony, shut up. Did it have to go to that in a second?
As it should have.
As it should. Of course, I don't know who on this planet wouldn't know that Mr. Jim Norton, a good friend of mine, a comedian extraordinaire, and part of the Opie and Anthony show for almost its entirety in New York.
Yeah.
And it just, what a great relationship we built up over the years, Jimmy. I adore you. Everyone knows this. And I think you're one of the funniest people.
Thank you.
I've wanted to get you on the show. I'm down in South Kakalaki now. You're in New York. You're a busy comic. I mean, you were just on a world tour with Louis C.K.
Yes. Louis is a busy comic. I was a lucky opener. As far as me being a busy comic, yeah, I'm very busy hanging up drapes behind the fourth row in comedy clubs. So it looks full. I bring my own curtain. What a loser.
I was watching a lot of videos that you were doing from these faraway lands,
yes.
Touring with Louis. And the kind of comparison I made, you're like that little fish under the shark's mouth that tries to grab the crumbs, nibble the crumbs from the Louis C.K.
Is that
shark.
A sucker fish or a? I know.
Well, that's what you are, but I don't know.
It's a little thing that attaches. I know.
Yeah, I think they're called pilot fish.
Pilot fish, yes,
maybe, but there's a few other things.
I don't know why
like
I'm helping you figure it out. Like this is some
An
great
insult.
compliment.
Yeah, trying to figure out.
Wait, what is? I'm a what? Is it a barnacle? No,
it ends with hole. It starts with a part of the body.
A tumor?
No, it looked amazing.
It was great.
It looked. I would. You know what? And again, because at the top of the hour, I played a little clip. I was talking about New York, and every time I come back to New York, I get to compare it to the last time I was here, as opposed to people that live here, and to see if it's getting worse. You know, everybody thinks, Danny, it's got to be getting worse. And it is. Yeah. I think it is. But going overseas, I couldn't imagine that. I come here. I was just in Vegas for a little while, and I'm like, right when I get there, I go, I want to go home. I think I'm at that age.
From
Jimmy.
Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas, it sucks. I hate Vegas.
Well, you love to gamble.
I know, but I'll go to Atlantic City. I like to gamble like at the Borgata and stuff.
Right.
Vegas isn't even about gambling anymore. It's just a terrible place to go. Everyone's awful. The casinos are all just rip-off joints. Well, not that they've ever been charitable organizations.
No, but they're all corporate now, and they nickel and dime you on everything. So it's just annoying the way they just pay for parking, pay for they used to be for free just to get you in the casino, and now they want money.
They used
for
to know
everything.
your name and what you drank.
Absolutely, the dancers would kick my tongue out.
Anymore. I went to Vegas years ago. My car blew up in the parking lot. I felt like this is old school Vegas. But I don't feel that way anymore. It's, they took the gaming tables out. I was at the Plaza Hotel. There were 3 blackjack tables. They were all $50 minimum. And everywhere that used to be a blackjack table, a roulette wheel, craps table is now bing, 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 ding, 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 ching, 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 ching. All these slot machines. They got, old people on oxygen, pulling the lever, pushing the buttons. It's not gaming anymore. It's not like you're gambling and enjoying the time with people.
Well, when you'd walk through, though, a lot of times I'd be in Vegas, and a lot of those tables were empty. Like, it'd be like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and you'd be like 2 or 3 of them had this. So they probably did the math and said, like, we could fire these dealers and not have to pay them and get rid of these big, empty, stupid tables, and some old bag will throw money into this machine. And at least we're not paying someone to sit here and make us no money. So the machine is it doesn't cost them anything.
I would think you would try to figure out a way to attract more people to the tables, because isn't that the atmosphere you would want more so than the old people just every boomer with their inheritance going down the crapper.
When you're walking by and people are screaming and someone's having a good time at the table, it does make you stay and watch. Or when somebody would walk by your table and hear you're screaming, you're like, wow, that guy just lost his Jaguar. That guy just lost his house. It was never fun. Whenever I watched you gamble, I was like, let me just go watch Anthony almost give himself a stroke.
Doesn't that tell you that you're a mush?
Yes.
Because I won.
Yes.
Just never when you were around.
Any woman I've slept with would tell you I'm a mush. My 2 thumbs got really sore from trying to jam things.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Mush.
I was a real mush. Maybe it was me, because I told when Dice started going to the
Dice didn't like having you around sometimes too. He was very vocal about people he thought were mushes.
He asked me to leave the casino. We were in the Venetian, and he was trying to get a contract. He blew maybe 200,000. He had just had a big duffel bag of cash.
Shells.
And he was losing, and he goes, you gotta leave, you bad luck. Oh. So I had to leave the casino.
The whole casino
made me walk out.
He didn't want you going over to the wheel to spin it yourself.
No.
Just, you're making me lose here.
Or just get out of my sight. Like I had to just leave.
Right, the sight line.
Yeah.
Because you do get like that when you're betting, especially betting big.
I guess so, yeah.
Anything that you feel might be, because you can't attribute it to, well, it's a casino, the odds are in their favor,
Always.
I'm throwing money away. Why would you attribute it to that when you know that that's terrible? Why am I even here?
Yeah.
It must be Jim Norton coming up behind me like a vulture.
Yeah, blame the little blinking, mushy-bosomed opener.
Yes.
Standing there with no self-esteem anyway.
I've heard those Dice stories. He threw Kenny out many times.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. The mush. That's what they, we have to think it's luck. We can't think it's math and odds and things like that. So, and then if you start winning, the worst thing that could happen is if you do start winning, because now don't even look at me. Don't come near me the whole trip.
What do you do in Vegas? Like, so you'll stay at the hotel. Like, do you gamble half the time? Is it every night? Are they giving you stuff for free there?
Well, I don't usually frequent Vegas, so I wasn't getting comped like I do at the Borgata. If I call up my guy at the Borgata right now, I could get a suite and comped at the steakhouses and everything, because they know I'm going to put my time in with my ass in the seat.
Yeah.
And win or lose. It's what it is. As long as you're gambling. And I don't have that in Vegas because I don't really frequent Vegas that much. But when I was doing well, they were throwing cards at me. All the
hosts
were throwing cards. Hey, give me a call if you need anything. And then that stack goes down and you can't find a waitress.
Of course.
Say, he's banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. So, it's all part of the machine. But I think the machine of Vegas has gotten so bad as far as the pleasure of the customers.
Right.
Now it's just how much money can we take from you and how little can we give you while we're doing it?
Well, it's also because everybody's gambling on their phone now. Like, everybody has an app.
Yes!
Everybody has all these things. That's why it's killing.
Huge.
Who's going to bring your dumb, fat family to Vegas and have to put your kid on a stupid a Ferris wheel that goes through the casino when you could just gamble on your phone? You can leave your big wife in the house and go park in a Walgreens parking lot and gamble.
Little kids able to see some guy throw himself out a window.
I mean, that is the one part about going on Vegas vacation that's nice, is you can watch somebody just kind of jump off the top floor.
Completely lose it. But yeah, I see people with their family in Vegas. I'm like, what are you doing? I understand Vegas has gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, you drop the kids off at the pirate ship, like in casino. And, but even if they do have entertainment for kids, it's nothing that would compare to Disney or things that kids really want to do. Yeah. It's such a selfish thing for parents to do for a vacation. And I look and go like, what could you possibly be doing? Because it's only about gambling. It's only the wish of going home a winner.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go to the big ball there and see the Wizard of Oz in the giant theater. And really,
the Sphere?
The Sphere.
I actually do want to see.
It's balls. I'm sitting in balls over here.
Yeah, it's like being born again.
Yeah.
You run out the front door and you wind up on a napkin.
Or your mouth.
well, I wouldn't be wasteful, of course. I do. That's my vows. Doesn't AC suck now, by the way? Isn't AC like a kind of it's gotten like really I haven't done AC in a couple of years, but it used to be like kind of fun and vibrant, and now it's just kind of down. All this legalized gambling and all these casinos popping up. It's ruined Atlantic City.
It is absolutely that, especially with a place like AC, because Atlantic City was depending on the fact that New York just did not have legal gambling. Right. You got they had OTB for a while. They got those places like Jake's 58 out on the expressway in Suffolk County where, it's all, computer blackjack and it's not table games. And people want a real casino, and they had to go to Atlantic City or Connecticut.
Right.
Once online gambling happened and you got these apps to do it, people were just like, why am I driving all the way into the ass end of Jersey to go gamble?
And it's hours you can't gamble. When you're in the car, that's hours you cannot be doing it. And you don't have to go to the ATM. You can just literally on your phone get money and put it in your account. It's just so, it's made every addiction is exacerbated by the phone.
By the phone, by apps, by science. It's so true. Even drugs, I guess. You could just order drugs on the phone now, right?
Yeah, you can. They drop pot off at your house. I'm glad I don't do drugs because I know that I'm a naughty boy with just looking at things I shouldn't look at.
Oh, I asked you so many years ago, like, you stopped drinking at 18.
No.
And I was like, everyone drinks to excess and to the point where they're so effed up. What made you think you could not mature and maybe be able to enjoy imbibing some alcohol? You just knew you were a problem.
I have that personality, man. Like it's like, and if you see me, lack thereof. But if you watch me like on like if I'm on a site and I'm looking at whatever, and I'm ripping off layers of skin, you're like, wow, this guy has an addictive personality. It's time to go to bed, Jim. You can't stop.
Oh, Jesus.
I just can't stop.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
It's weird because at that age, at such a young age, it's a mature thought to think I can't do this. I this will kill me, or I will harm people I love, whatever it is. But it's also the opposite because you're like, I'm 18 and I know I can't.
I can't do this anymore, but I made up for it in other areas.
Yes.
Yeah. Believe me. Thank God.
It is true that addiction, can morph into a different thing.
It
right?
does. Every fat person
does.
you know, believe me, there's something going on there. Every fat person you know it's an addiction. They didn't just get fat for no reason. It's like they're covering up something.
Yeah.
Every bite of a cookie is the wiping out of an uncle's hand from memory. They just see that creepy, hairy hand coming in. They're like, I'll have another cookie, please.
I think I'm over for my break, ain't I? No? 20? Yeah, about that.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's regular radio,
I know.
Jim. There are
Gotta pay the
commercial
bills.
breaks.
Gotta
All
pay the
good.
bills.
Don't you go anywhere. We got your calls. We'll be taking them live. And more of myself and the great Mr. Jim Norton when we return.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show. Thanks for tuning in. I got my great friend and great comedian, Mr. Jim Norton, with me in studio today, Jimmy.
For this evening, yes.
So good. Yeah. So good to have you here. It conjures up great memories of yesteryear.
Yeah, it really does. There's a lot of, I'll never do anything more fun on radio than what we did.
It was a lot of fun. And it was, I think back at it, I don't watch a lot of things. People ask you all the time, don't they, if you watch the old shows. And I don't watch the old shows, but I do watch certain clips that people post. Yep. And those are amazing. Like I will laugh at a 5-minute clip, whatever it is, of a segment that we did years ago. And I'll remember that moment, and it's just so much fun thinking about.
Yeah, there's some of them I'll go over. It's usually Anthony makes Jim laugh. Oh, because that's just you being funny. So I don't have to listen to myself. Or the clip we did about things that might derail Sam's wedding, which was a barbaric, very funny clip. I mean, there was a lot of really very funny moments. Yeah, it depresses me to go back over it.
Yeah, there's a part of it that you think back, and it was so much fun, and you're like, obviously we move on, we do other things. Some of you just brought up though, just bashing on sacred moments and things that people really are close about. And it was such a huge part of what we did.
It was the entire show. It was
the whole show.
Say the cruelest thing humanly possible, laugh for 11 minutes, and then say something else, then tag it.
As a comic, how does that work? I've thought about it. I've been part of it.
Sure.
Where you just say horrible things as a human being. And there are people that would deny that we are even human beings.
Yes. And they would be right. We're garbage.
True. You look at it and go like, God, why? Why do I find such horrific stuff funny? And you're not alone, because obviously the audience found it funny too. What is it with people? There's this part of us where we feel that some of the most heinous stuff is absolutely hilarious.
I don't know what it is. It's even worse when you're watching it back later and you're under your sheets and you're not laughing. You're like, why am I doing this to this video? It's a beheading. I don't know what it is. It's the same thing that makes an actor play a serial. I don't know. Is it like being like kind of exploring the worst possible things? I don't know what it is, but man, the rottenness stuff has always made me laugh really hard.
I don't know why it is. Recently, I put something on X and it was like, I thought that's really funny. And I'm laughing about how horrible it is. And I didn't consider it a nervous laughter, because sometimes you get that in awkward or bad situations. You might chuckle. The worst thing is at a funeral. You'll start laughing if you're sitting at a funeral, and it's probably the worst taboo.
Yes.
Ever.
It is, but it's kind of common to because people understand, well, you're kind of crying when you're laughing. But again, when you're doing what I'm doing, they're like, that's not laughing or crying. Why is he doing that? Look at this body. Sit down, sir.
It was George Floyd's, but what? That bad? Should I not have?
Well, I wouldn't do that over George Floyd. It wouldn't turn me on.
I wouldn't be at the funeral.
No, you wouldn't be invited.
Okay. Cold casket. There's just a type of humor where you feel compelled to laugh, and it's so inappropriate.
But there's no bigger laugh than those awful things. Like they hit you in the stomach in a way that no polite, You know what I mean? No fun, good-natured, acceptable joke does. The more disgusting it would be to the public, the harder it's going to make me laugh.
Some of the breaks we did on what we just mentioned it at the restaurant. What's his name that killed his pregnant wife?
Oh, Scott Peterson.
Scott Peterson. We did breaks on Scott Peterson and his poor wife and the little unborn child, Connor, and people still send me the clip. They still talk about how hilarious that was. How the hell do you could possibly be the most tragic thing to happen?
Yeah.
And somehow you find humor in it?
Well, the thing is, at that time, people were doing these awful song tributes.
Yes.
And they would just be, and again, they're using a tragedy and capital. So we started mocking their songs. And there was one where the guy goes, he was doing a child's voice, and he goes, "Mama, these for you." And you said it's a bouquet of seaweed.
Yes, they were, of course, found in the ocean.
Yes, they were.
So
and it really made me laugh.
Remembering Lacey.
Oh, yes.
It was Remembering Lacey.
Oh, God, that's the name of the song, Remembering Lacey.
And I guess in heaven, the little unborn kid is giving his mommy flowers, and we thought it would be hilarious if, since they washed up on a beach, the kid had a handful of seaweed.
He goes, "Mama, these for you."
These for you.
And you said it's a bouquet of seaweed. I mean, the horrible Susan Smith story. Why are we going backwards? I mean, backwards. So many things that never should have been said.
So many horrible instances that we found hilariously funny. And, I still laugh at stuff like that. It's not like I go, "Oh, that was terrible."
Yeah.
I still laugh. It's just such a weird thing to find humor in something so tragic and heinous.
But that's why when you find other people who also enjoy that, there's no bond greater than knowing you can make fun of this stuff with someone. Because there's nothing that's a bigger turnoff than somebody who's like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
As a person,
just
it's
completely
like
shuts everything down. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like somebody who goes with that type of stuff.
Oh, when they're your co-host. It happens. What are you going to do? But it is true that there is this morbid gallows humor, I guess, too. A lot of cops and EMTs have this weird sense of humor that is based on the fact that they're seeing horrible stuff every day. And I always found that a little weird, too.
Well, they said that when John Wayne Gacy, when they were bringing bodies out, they were just joking about making like they would find a head.
Because they were gay.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, "Oh, I have a clown suit and I've done this." Big dumb fat clown. Yeah. It's the last thing you see. By the way, do you remember John Wayne Gacy? There was one guy, he was like a teenager when John Wayne Gacy tried to assault him, but he got away.
Oh, yeah.
And then years later bumped into him. He's like, "Do you remember me?" And the guy was with his family, so he didn't kick the crap out of Gacy. But he saw Gacy out, and Gacy kind of remembered, "Oh, this is one of the guys I tried."
Wow.
Who like threw him on the ground and ran out the door.
That's got to be terrible.
Oh, it is. Trust me.
Cute little kid, and then another big man that wants to beat you up.
No, but he was a teenager.
Back in a flash.
Sorry.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show with Jim Norton.
Oh, sorry.
Joining us.
I'm putting up a post on that's old man thing. I was just putting it up on those Instagram stories to let people know that we're on. And I just put the volume on full blast as you come on.
My stories. It does feel weird when you're not a kid and you're using the internet, and it's business at this point.
Business.
You're plugging stuff. I almost said you're promoting stuff, and but still, I consider myself pretty tech savvy, so I'm not. There's plenty of things for me to be embarrassed about, but not sure. Thank you, but not that I can't understand.
Right. You're not a technological, just a blithering idiot with technology.
I
think I just skated beyond that boomer thing.
Yeah.
I'm more Gen X, I think, than boomer when it comes to tech. Because watching boomers struggle with their phone. I have a jitterbug phone in case my heart gives out. I press the big button, and
Yeah, it's interpersonal relationships that you've totally hit the wall.
That is where I'm completely devoid of any. Raymond from Setauket, New York. Raymond, how are you, sir?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Very good.
Good. First time caller to your show.
Whack, whack.
But yeah, I got a couple of questions for Norton.
Yes. Oh, Jimmy Norton.
Yes, of course, sir. So the funniest thing I've ever heard you ever say is you got 2 free seats on the Challenger.
I don't remember saying that.
I don't remember that.
I did not remember that I said that.
This was a couple of months ago.
A couple of months ago?
The funniest damn thing I've ever heard in my
Well,
life.
I could understand how that would be funny with a setup.
Yeah, like
you go blah, 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 2 free seats on the Challenger.
Where did I say it, sir? Where did you hear me say that?
Give us some context.
Yeah. What were you doing? Who were you with?
This is the older.
And don't lie because we'll know.
Don't lie or I'll know. Yes. What is your worst memory from childhood besides telling a story that goes nowhere on the radio?
Well, what's my worst? Yeah, it was 1986. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right. Raymond, thank you so much for the
Raymond.
call.
Yes.
Isn't it great when you could just
It sure is.
Push a button.
Remember, 246, Raymond.
Yes, yes. Kevin from Long Beach, New York. What's up, Kev?
How you doing, Ed? Hey, this is a treat. How you doing, Jimmy?
Hello, sir.
Great.
Of course it's a treat.
Yeah, you talking before about the old O&A shows. I am like addicted. I mean, I heard them all back then, but I'm 68 now, so I've forgotten quite a bit.
Yes. Sure. Hey, tell me about it, right?
Exactly.
Am I right?
Putting your shoes in the refrigerator. I understand. car keys are in your cereal bowl. Honey! His wife's eating cat food.
I remember the O&A show. That's great.
You're like Gene Hackman and his wife. Your dog's just in the cage. No one's walking them. She's taking the medication. You're driving for a Starbucks.
She's eating mice feces.
Go ahead, sir. Sorry.
Yes, Mark. Or Kevin.
Go
Sorry.
ahead, Kevin. Yes.
That's what I miss is the brutality of the humor you guys used to do back then was just, you never heard anything like it before. I mean, you heard Rickles and stuff, but this was like Rickles on 10, It was just great. And my son used to get into it, so we, go back and forth.
Son is attempting to bring an outside joke into this situation.
Your son needs to be corrected.
Hey, you're the senile caller. Didn't you leave your keys in the fridge and then give your wife cat food?
I'd keep going, but it might be a problem on terrestrial radio.
I'm literally one line away from losing you this gig.
Yes, Kevin. Back in the. Were you a WNEW guy or a Sirius XM guy?
Yeah. Yes.
All of it. All right.
Day one.
Good to hear.
I listen to him on YouTube, and I go every day. I listen to him every day, and just this is great to hear. But how prescient you guys were politically.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of forget. Because it cost me my job. No, we would touch on politics and things like that.
Our jobs.
And it was, sorry, but it was all funny. Like there are clips from when Obama got elected. And I remember that. And then people would think, oh, Anthony just bitching about Obama, which is true. Sure. I did. But it was done in a way that was a funny, shock jockey kind of show. It wasn't just bitching. The songs that Drew Boogie made, using some of the phone calls that we'd get and things like that, that differentiated us from a lot of the just political shows that were bitching about it. And people will say, like, well, why aren't you funny? Why don't you do... Just because you're talking politics doesn't mean you can't inject a little humor into it, Jim.
I love to talk politics and make little jokes about, the Dems and the Repubs. Oh, forget it. I'll inject a little humor.
You know what I say? Libtards.
Oh, that's a good one. Oof. I say cuck.
Is
in the mirror.
Anyone still using libtard?
I guess they are. They are. Yeah, online. You'll read somebody you like will put something on Instagram and they'll say libtard. You're like, oh, God, shut up.
I replace lib with re. It's a lot more accurate. Anyway, thank you, Kevin. I do appreciate your call.
Sure.
There are a couple of things I wanted to get to.
What did you want to get to?
Well, a couple of things. I was talking about New York. I started this top of the show, but then, of course, tangent.
Mother is calling for Mother's Day. Sorry.
Tell Mom I said.
I can't answer it now, but I sent.
My mother's dead.
And her health won't allow it. I sent my mother a message before, and my dad just texted me and goes, "Hey, don't forget it's Mother's Day." I'm like, I left a message.
Oh, okay.
So now Mom is calling.
Yeah, all right, all right.
But I'll tell her I'm on the radio.
Yeah. That's great. What's it like having a mom? Is that awesome?
I mean, it makes you feel glad to be alive, and I can't imagine not having one. It's wonderful. It gives me a reason to wake up every day.
Yeah, I'm like, meh, you know.
You're an orphan.
Life goes on.
You're a little orphan.
I'm a little orphan child.
Yeah, you are. You're like little orphan.
It happens.
Little orphan Anthony.
You know, I think a lot of people my age, and sometimes it's like, you don't want to see them at an age where they're just falling apart. I don't think, there's a plus and a minus to that. A lot of people's moms, they're healthy, vibrant people. And others, what are you going to, the next 5 years, you got to, and I think that's going to take up your memory of them and maybe negate all those wonderful times you had in your youth.
Probably. But I mean, I figure at that point, it's just I'm making up and kind of
just offer.
Doing
just
this.
A small caliber weapon.
Offer a vacation to hey, you want to take a trip to a little pod in Sweden in the woods?
You don't even have to go. I think Canada
will do it. Yeah,
they'll do it.
Well,
this is wonderful. It's air conditioned.
Oh,
yes,
this is so nice.
Now breathe deeply.
Yeah, press that red button because there's no going back. You're looking through the will if she does it.
That is an insane prospect that we've gotten to that point.
Yeah.
It's kind of this Soylent Green. Part of that movie, Soylent Green, was the fact that people were able to pick their own day of demise. And they put him somewhere nice, and they showed him great movies and images of their youth. And then they killed him. And we thought that was science fiction. That was something that was never going to happen. And now in certain parts of the world, you could just be like, ow, my knee hurts. Kill me.
I mean, I kind of like it. I support it.
You do?
Sure, because
you want to kill yourself every day, though.
I know.
You just want it available.
I would literally on my phone, instead of my dog, I'd have a picture of a pod going soon. No, but it's more like, hey, look, you can do it anyway. You can stab yourself. You can shoot yourself. It's a possibility in real life anyway.
Yeah.
So why not do it in a way that is out of everybody else's way, that is cleaner, that is more peaceful? There's no mess.
Yeah,
on the
you don't
sidewalk.
want the mess.
You don't have to pretend you're running to catch a Frontier Airlines flight. Oh, we have a severed finger allergy in the coach. So please, no severed fingers.
Do you think it brings up like religious aspects or moral implications? Because it does seem like if you just kill yourself, there's a stigma on that, and there's religions that say now you can't do this, that. Is it accept? I wouldn't think even that other people pressing the button or putting you in a machine. I don't think the Catholic religion is hip on that one.
No, none of them are. But I've seen a lot of these like real conservative guys going like, "Yeah, this is terrible to have. You should be and then they're for the death penalty." So I guess like the state can decide to kill you because you're a bad boy.
It's not like the woman with leukemia just offed 5 people in the subway.
No, but she's probably driving slow, draining the inheritance. Those are penalties where death is the appropriate punishment.
I can't disagree with
I have
that.
my eye on Alexis, you old bag, and you got to go in for another drip into your stupid port.
Yeah, I never got because liberals will say that, and they'll say, "Oh, you're against abortion, but you're for the death penalty."
Yeah.
It's like, how do you see that as a bad thing?
Abortion is different. Abortion is like a kid. Like, I get that argument, but like if you're an adult and you want to kill yourself, you should just be able to. Like, I don't care if people do it. As a
I
matter
don't
of fact,
either.
I've been leaving flyers around the house.
Oh, jeez. That's right. You're married now.
I am married, and I'll leave a flyer. I'll be like, "Oh, a nice train ride up." You
The
kidding?
honeymoon's over.
Oh boy.
I love it. It's How are things going with you and the Mrs.
They're good.
Norton?
I mean, like it's being married is a challenge. But
it is.
It's just sharing your space and like the things that everybody complains about
all the time.
Yes, you and your wife. You're like, wait, there was a Viagra here. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Who took it?
At least you don't have to argue about that toilet seat thing that couples always argue about. Get it? Oh, I tripped over that one, didn't I?
I mean, it was a cute effort. That
toilet
seat thing.
I'm not Ed Norton.
But then you explained that couples will occasionally argue.
Yes, the toilet paper going over or under. Well, that's a big controversy.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, I love her, but the idea of being married is like my I was miserable when I was single.
Didn't you know you were getting into that though? You
Sure.
couldn't have thought like, oh, marriage is going to be better than just living with someone or anything. Did you live with a girl for any length
she's
of
the
time?
first one I ever lived with.
Whoa.
During the pandemic.
Ooh, that's crazy.
But that's like when someone gets lung cancer from smoking and you go, well, didn't you know?
I like how you equate it to a terminal disease.
Absolutely. And I'm putting this on I'm saying that would be a preference. But no, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you're doing something, you don't always realize the other. But it's not that bad. I mean, I'm happy to be married. I don't want to get divorced. I mean,
no, but that's what keeps a lot of marriages together is I don't want to get divorced.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're doing great.
That's
like
a good
I
point.
didn't want to get divorced either. I stayed married for 9 years in a marriage that I knew was done in 1 year.
yeah.
1 year after I got married, I'm like, this is an abomination against Jesus. I knew it was just terrible. But then getting the radio gig, that took up all of my
That's right.
energy and thought and creativity. And I was just like, this is just, I got a little bit of an albatross with me dealing with that.
Background noise, yeah.
Yeah. And then, 9 years later, I sacrificed $1 million and said, I'm out of this.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Maybe I did unconsciously.
Well, I was a lot older when I got married to you. Were you? You were in your 20s,
I was 30.
Right? 30.
I was 30.
I was in my 50s.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
But, you love your wife.
Yes, I do.
That's what happens. And what is it about it? Is it the constant companionship?
No, because I'm on the road and stuff. And it's not about the hookers that I really want to see but can't. It's not, no, to guess who's in town and I can't go. No, It's not about that. It's really about when you're single, you're like, I don't know what's next. There's this really weird delusion you have that there's still light. You don't know where it's going to go.
It's called hope.
Yes, it
that
is
just
called
goes
hope.
away, Jimmy.
It does go away. It's like I know how miners feel when the hole closes and everything collapses. I'm like, oh yeah.
I know how miners feel too, but the other way.
No, it's the same way.
The hole collapses and it's over, Johnny. Yeah.
But you know that feeling of there's no light at the end of the tunnel because I've already, now I'm married, so I know who I'm going to be with. Even though she's the one, there's no one else I should be with. It's irrational and it's childish thinking. It's not like anything she's doing.
It is immature thinking.
Yeah.
At some point you have to, my Uncle Tony told me once.
Oh no.
I know. Well,
It could be an ugly story.
Yes. He was rubbing his beard on me. No.
Smell this, the pillow.
He said, what are you looking to do? Like as far as relationships go.
Okay.
Because I was a mental patient, just madhouse. I broke up with a girl after 9 years. And every subsequent relationship was pretty much 9 years.
Yeah.
I'd only had a very limited amount of girls, but they were monogamous, long-term relationships.
Yeah.
And then after the last one, that was about 2009, somewhere around there. I just went, I'm going just nuts.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the guy that I wasn't in my youth.
That you couldn't be.
That I couldn't be.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was fun, but it was a little nerve-wracking, a little challenging.
Sure.
I got caught a few times being a bad boy.
That's the worst.
It's so bad when you just know.
How'd you get caught? What's one of the ways you got caught?
One of the ways, my rat passport got me.
Oh.
I was going to the Bahamas with my girlfriend. And I had my passport. We both had our passports. And she was looking at hers and going, oh, I've been here, here, here. She goes, where have you been? And I'm like, oh. So she starts looking through the stamps in my passport, and she sees Halifax, Canada. During the month and year that we were still together, we had been together, and she knew that Ray Lynn lived up in Canada.
But didn't she remember you told her I'm going to Halifax? Well, you hadn't said you were doing something else, did you?
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, I
No,
understand.
I said I'm going up to Halifax. I'm building a schooner. They want me to help build a schooner for them in Halifax.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were at the airport going to the Bahamas?
No, we were still at home. But, yeah, that caused a big fight. I've had the phone thrown at me so many times because I was in the bathroom. I'm doing and it must have buzzed. A girl picked it up and then just opens the door. I'm trying to have a nice peaceful defecation.
Sure.
And the phone flies at my head. I'm like, all right.
That's why I've removed all notifications years ago. 2:00 in the morning. The vibrate on the wood nightstand.
Oh.
And her going, who is that? I'm like, it's my friend in L.A.
He's cheating.
Yeah.
He's cheating.
He's cheating. Yeah, absolutely. And I told you there was one hooker I used to see, and I had put.
She's a hooker. Yeah.
But I put for her name because she was texting, and I just went into the bathroom and I put Anthony as her name, and I said I was talking to you.
I'm a hooker.
Yeah, but she didn't believe it, though.
Didn't buy it.
No, she had seen the girl's name already.
No, the fake names are so rookie.
Yeah.
It doesn't work anymore. Like, I had President Trump, and it was...
Why is he sending you a picture of this? Oh, I don't know.
I love it. All right, what is it, 40? Oh, look, we got time. What, we got a minute? All right, I'll just wait. I'll use the minute in like 30 seconds. Is that okay? Oh, wait, but that's 30.
That's right. Imagine if we didn't know what to say. He's like, a lot of crazy stuff going on, just hoping to stretch to a minute.
Oh, there have been some shows.
Sure.
You know, you've had guests where you're like,
oh, my God.
Let me get my dentist. Is it safe?
Yeah.
Is it safe?
Right after sitting down going, how you doing? You're like 59, 45 left. Yuck.
Your eyes are burning holes in the clock.
But you want to say to people, have you never talked into a mic before?
Yes.
How do you not go back and forth?
And they seem to be like they're the ones here to promote something. Talk about it.
Talk about it.
I just discussed that. There was a Seth Rogen. Of course, the Paris Hilton one was a classic example of
that was a bad
somebody not.
She was early in the morning, didn't want to be there. Yeah,
give and take, but yeah, maybe we'll talk a little about the Seth Rogen thing because it involves not
With
only
us?
Seth. Yeah, not only that though, but the whole weed thing. We'll get into it.
Okay.
Back in a moment.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show. I'm here live in New York City with the great Mr. Jim Norton.
Big Apple.
Oh, yeah, the Big Apple. I got the hotel I usually stay in. It's by the old Compound Studios near Madison Square Garden. And 3 a.m. last night, you don't even say this morning at that point,
Sure.
It was last night, on the street, a car was parked, all the doors open, the trunk open with one of those giant speakers, and it was blasting Latin music with a bunch of people dancing and yelling on the sidewalk. And this went on for an hour. And I'm up. I'm what they call a night bird.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter to me, but I'm assuming 99% of the people in that hotel wanted to sleep at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And no one did anything about it.
I mean, like, you should have went out, you should have used the argument, the line my grandmother used to use when somebody was being rude. She'd say, "Oh, hooray for me, the hell with you, huh?" That was my grandmother's line when somebody was doing something rude. So
Would I get hooray for me out before the knife went into my neck?
Probably not, no.
Yeah, I didn't think
hooray
I would.
for me, the hell with you. Yeah, it's just selfish.
What a great, stupid old
Oh,
saying.
my God. She would say that whenever somebody sped by her in the car, which was always because her cobweb.
Would she say that when you finished first?
Not only would I finish first, but when she felt me kicking her off the bed.
Hooray for you.
Hooray. Before she said hooray for me, and then she just feel the thud of my foot right in her hip. I hear the hell with you as she went over the end.
I just can't imagine, because you think about, there's supposed to be some law and order, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you just got to deal with it. You
got to deal with it.
No one wants to be the crotchety old guy shaking his fist. But 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's unreasonable.
That kind of thing. You would think there were not just, I don't like it. Society has deemed that unacceptable behavior and have put checks and balances in place to make sure that doesn't happen. And they're just not being used.
11 p.m. on a Saturday. All right.
I got
But
you.
if it's a Sunday night or whatever, wait, it was a Saturday.
It was Saturday night, but it was
3 in the morning.
3
Okay.
a.m. And it wasn't part of a club or anything.
Right.
It's just people,
some dopes,
yelling out there. Maybe I do sound crotchety.
No, not with that. If it was 11 o'clock, I'd be like, you're sounding like an old man. But 3 in the morning, it's like, no, they're creeps.
Just part of New York City. You live here. I bailed out.
I'm way up high, though, so I don't hear much street noise.
Yeah. What is your take, though, on have you noticed anything as a resident of New York City since Mamdani got in that is affecting you in any way?
Not really, not yet.
Yeah.
We'll see how in taxes, what it looks like.
Right.
But I'm making less than I made 2 years ago, too, so that's why I won't pay as much. But no, I haven't really seen much of a difference yet. No, nothing.
Did you vote for him?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Just inquiring.
No, I did.
Sure.
I voted for Cuomo. Curtis had 0 shot. Curtis and I had the same shot.
Yeah,
so I said, I'm going to vote for Cuomo, who I like more than I like Mamdani.
Curtis is beloved here at WABC. Oh,
yes.
That's right. He's not.
All right. Yeah, so no, I voted for Cuomo.
Yeah. But here's another thing, though. You are, while you are an everyman, Jim.
Thank you very much. I'm an everyman.
You don't take public transportation.
Actually, last night we went to UFC 328. We did take New Jersey Transit, but I don't take much public transit. No, once in a while I'll take the subway.
You will?
Occasionally, yeah, sure. I mean, but it sucks.
Yeah.
These bums all over the place. These dopes don't want to lock people up for urinating on the train. Yeah, that's very annoying.
Homicides up 300%.
Are they really?
Since the first of the year.
Oh, I didn't know.
In the subway system.
Is that good?
No.
Oh, that's bad. All right.
I think that's supposed to be bad. Well, it all depends on who's being killed.
Yeah.
I could look at it and,
Sure.
lemon's lemonade. But truth be told, it doesn't seem good for the people that are working, going like 9 to 5 jobs. They use public transportation. They commute in from the suburbs. I don't know. It does. And it's not just because Mamdani is a communist piece of crap, liberal Muslim guy.
Do you not like him?
Oh, no, I love him.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I
Adored.
thought you were like a Mamdani guy. All right.
His smile on those Instagram videos.
He's very creepy looking. And that's coming from us.
His supporters love him and they think he's like this great guy. But, truth of the matter is, he just, I guess, demoted a police captain from police captain, NYPD, to taking calls at a 911 center because he was caught on audio bad-mouthing.
Oh, yeah. And then didn't he show up? Didn't he punch a young war hero in the face for trying to protect his father at the hospital?
I love the references. They just
exactly. If you're under 60, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
They never end, these ancient references.
Any woman who gets my references, I don't want to sleep with. Why? Because you're too old.
All right, kids, we will be back in moments. Don't go anywhere. More of the Anthony Cumia Show with Jim Norton in a moment.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Yes, let us start hour 2 of the Anthony Cumia Show. Mr. Jim Norton joins us this evening. Top of the show, we were talking about you and, of course, Louis C.K. on your world tour. And I was following your social media. And first of all, hilarious.
Thank you.
And infuriating.
But apparently my hand gets in the way once in a while.
That was the worst thing. When people take trips and they go to these exotic, faraway, historic places and they take video of it, it's so people could see it.
Yeah.
You would put the camera on whatever you're doing, but point with your finger
That's right.
in the middle of the picture. Thus, we could not see the wonderfulness of the history.
Yeah, every system has a flaw. Sure, I'm an easy target. It's easy to poke fun. Yeah, I made a bunch that I never even put up yet. Like I just, we started in Romania. Then we did Bulgaria. After Bulgaria was Athens. From Athens to Istanbul. From Istanbul to 3 cities in India.
Oh, my God.
After India, we did, where was it? Hong Kong. And then...
Do you know King Kong was once in Hong Kong? Rumor has it he was playing ping pong, get this, with his ding-dong.
I have not heard that.
But I
don't
heard that
disbelieve
ever
it.
since I was a child. So... Hong Kong.
I don't disbelieve it because it was a psyop. So they had King Kong with his ding dong. It was a false flag, was it? Shut up. Stupid terms you hear other people say. It was a false flag.
False flag. They told him to stand down. King Kong was told to stand down his ding dong.
Holy stand down. By the way, people, you're getting the word stand down. They're taking that from war games.
Yes.
Remember that when Whopper?
Well, just unplug the damn thing.
Yeah, stand down. They don't want to sound like they're
JFK
in the know.
too, wasn't it? JFK, the movie that was like stand down.
Oh yeah, I just think of the war games.
They were
term.
Donald Sutherland. That's when they were told to stand down.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
His cameo was great in that, by the way.
I loved that part. I could watch that clip of just him.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It was 2 people. He was playing kind of like an amalgamation of 2 different people.
Yeah.
One was a guy Purdy, and I forget the other guy.
Well, the other guy was cute too.
Yeah,
right. Purdy. Oof.
I didn't catch that.
Of course you didn't.
Oh,
that
was literally life draining.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was such a good. Donald Sutherland was so great.
He was.
By the way, back to the trip. The trip was amazing. Louis sells out everywhere. The best show we had, they were all good. Best show was in Mumbai, India. 2,700 people. And Louis could have done bigger, but he didn't want to do giant theaters because he would leave a lot of time in between shows because he really wanted to see these places. Like that's why he booked this tour.
Yeah. Oh, because I was going to ask you if you were like hopping on planes constantly every day to get to another place. India has got to be good because people don't leave to go to the bathroom.
That is true.
They can just.
Yeah, you're standing there on a filthy river.
Did you notice maybe hygiene-wise that India was a little...
You don't notice it when, like, it doesn't smell, at least where we were, but you go by slums and you see them, but I didn't get any bad odors, but we didn't walk through slums either. Like, we were in Four Seasons in Mumbai, which is it's kind of a very poor area right outside the hotel. And me and Louis went for a walk. And a couple blocks from the hotel, we see a dead cat and a dead dog. Both were completely white.
In a big wok with a guy cooking.
Dude, there were people just standing around them talking, and these 2 like dead animals, and we're like, this is bizarre. Nobody's noticing how weird this is.
Yeah.
And so we kind of went back to the hotel.
Yeah, that would be dealt with immediately in any...
Well, people would notice it and kick it out.
Yeah.
It was a very strange, but they were all Indian, like the people, they weren't like expats at the shows.
Yeah.
They were all, we did Bangalore, India, we did Delhi, India, and amazing crowds, amazing. China, Hong Kong was great, all Chinese.
I once heard.
What?
Anyway.
Oh, about King Kong? Was this a King Kong thing? Oh, that's right, Hong Kong. I didn't catch it.
Of course. Because everything we know, because of social media, about a place like India, all we see are those street food videos and guys whipping up like what looks literally like garbage
Disgusting,
and feces in a big thing.
That's right.
And then some influencer eating it.
It's crazy.
And hopefully not dying. Did you try, and I know we were just at a very nice restaurant and we got the crab meat cocktail and you brought it up to your nose and smelt it first.
Yes.
To make sure, I guess, that it wasn't
That it wasn't
Fishy.
fetid. Yes.
Fishy.
No,
I can't imagine. What the hell did you eat in India?
I ate a lot. All hotel
And what was his
food.
name? Right? I have to. It's the law.
I know.
At this point.
I know, and I have to say Anthony. It was a lot of hotel food, and it was a lot of even at the breakfast buffets. I was careful. You brush your teeth with with bottled water.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I did a video on brushing your teeth in India, and people said I was a racist, but I wasn't. It was
How is it racist?
Of course,
the water
isn't.
is poison to us.
It's just their bacteria is different, so you have to be careful. I did get very sick though in Japan, of all places.
Oh no,
we were. I might have been. It was either. I think we had me and Louis.
We were at Hiroshima. My hair started falling out.
Absolutely, and I just picked up these glowing plants, and they were delicious. And we went to this. We got on a bullet train, and we went to. I know.
Aim it at your head.
I know.
We don't know where these jokes are going. I'm just obligated to say them
or
out
a bullet
loud.
train is where me and my friend both finished fast.
Oh,
you know, what? We went to the bullet train to Kyoto, and we actually had really lousy sushi there. So the next day, I started to feel. I know in Japan. But two other people we were with who didn't go with us got sick. So it was either the breakfast buffet in the hotel, or it was a bug. But me, Louie, and Greg Hahn, who was it was very funny. We were working together. We're in a big van on our way to the show, and I'm like, I don't feel well at all.
Uh-oh.
And I start projectile vomiting out the window. I'm standing up in a van, projectile vomiting. It was so bad.
God.
I didn't even film it. Like I would have filmed it because the sounds were great. It was so violent. It was it was shooting. And then it was so bad, Louis told the guy, like, take him back to the hotel.
Wow.
And so I missed the one show in Japan, the first of two shows, because I was so ill.
Very dishonorable.
I was very Yes,
Wow.
I went up to the room, and I had a round 2, which was worse, because that's all the bile. But that was it. God. It was just those two. I usually am a fingers down the throat guy. Get rid of it. But I couldn't.
You call them fingers now?
And I'm acting like, it makes me sick.
Right?
But it doesn't.
To the elbow.
Well, you know what happens is when you're sitting on it, you almost break your arm. You learn you have to go the other way. But I didn't even have to do that this time. I couldn't have stopped it if I wanted to. So that was the only time I got sick. But India was fine. I was just very super careful about what I ate, and it was only in the hotels, really. We went to one Michelin restaurant, which the promoter took us to. I just kind of ate whatever they gave me there.
They served Thai.
I was eating. Hold on. God damn, you said it.
I have a 28 retread with the Worcestershire.
No. How about a Thai?
Side of white wall or something?
Yeah, hold on a second. What do you got, a flat or something?
Don't tread on me.
Oh, forget about it. You just said it.
Valve stem, tires, go.
What's something with tires?
Rubber.
Did I say flat?
Flat. That's good.
Let me get a hydroplane for dessert or something. And then I hope most people have no idea why we're doing this.
Right. No. I guess the historic listeners of this station probably don't know what, but that's fine.
Yeah.
They'll hang in there. That must have been something, because you must have thought, I'm definitely going to get some type of food
in India,
poisoning.
Yes, you did.
When I go on this trip.
Well, you're going to get sick. You got to take malaria pills in India. You got to take them 2 days before you arrive. And it was scary because we went from Istanbul to India.
Does it interfere with the prep?
Who takes prep? Do you think you're the only one that likes to gamble?
Wussies. Exactly.
Facing a pillow with 2 dice. Come on, negative. And I just weigh myself for the next 6 months. It looks like I'm fine. No, we went from Istanbul, which was interesting because we were walking to this blue mosque. We went to the blue, and you hear a call to prayer, which I'd never heard before. So I was thinking, Allah. But it actually was cool. Like, again, it's their country.
It's
so
cool if they're not throwing you off a roof while it's playing.
Well, I wouldn't be doing things that would deserve me being thrown off a roof.
Boy.
I left her at home. But yeah, it's like an interesting. I loved hearing it in that city because again, you're not going to have to live with it. I wouldn't want to hear it here; it would annoy me.
Brooklyn, 5 times a day, it might get a little.
But there in the afternoon, it was fine. And so we flew from Istanbul to India, but it was the day after I think Trump hit Iran. So you're supposed to fly
Whoops.
right across Iran.
Oh, right. They closed down the airspace.
But Iran was bombing, I think they were hitting Saudi Arabia. So we couldn't even fly below. So we had to go way up and around. It was a really weird route we took.
Probably for the best.
100%. It was scary because we had no internet. So I was like tracking the route on like the planes thing. And I'm like, you look down to the right, you could see like that's where Tehran is.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're not near there.
Nowhere near it. But that was a very scary
adventure.
flight. Yeah, that was
That's
a scary flight.
Adventurous. I want to, when we get back, because we're going to take a break in a few minutes here, or seconds. I want to talk about like, because people have impressions of the world.
Please, who do you need? I'll do it.
Please. Impressions. He does these impersonations.
You'd think it was the ow, we flew over Turkey. Ow.
Oh, Dice.
Yeah, thank you. That was Iggy from Taxi.
Christopher Dice. Walking. Yeah, there's impressions that people have of people from other countries and the impressions they have of Americans.
That's right.
And I couldn't imagine how you could possibly do comedy in Istanbul. I would think, because we have this image of the people not understanding the language, and their culture must be that they wouldn't even understand the humor. And that's kind of how we think. But you, now a world traveler, could probably enlighten some people. That, of course, your calls, 800-848-9222. And we will return in moments. Don't you go anywhere.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Anthony Cumia Show with Mr. James Norton.
Yeah.
Joining us this evening. Just such a pleasure. I usually do the show from my home studio down in South Carolina. And to come up to New York is, it's a pain in the ass. And my head has to automatically go on a swivel out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's all the things of New York City in 2026. But the one thing was Jimmy Norton coming into the studio live for the entire show. Jimmy, thank you so much.
Always fun. I love it. I'm always happy when you're here. I was gone for a while when you, being gone for 7 weeks.
Yeah, you were on that road trip with Louie.
It's
crazy. It was a long time because we were trying to coordinate when I was going to come up here, do your show, you do my show. As a matter of fact, you just got back from L.A. What, yesterday?
No, I came back Friday.
I'm lying. You're making me lie to my listeners.
I went from, don't beat yourself up. It could happen to anybody, stupid. I went from L.A. to, and this, I love Tony Hinchcliffe. Like he offers me these great gigs.
Yeah, kill
and
Tony.
he offered to put me on this Inuit show they were doing in the Inuit Dome. It's a new place, 18,000 people. Shane was on it. Every big comic was on it.
And where is this?
In LA for the festival.
Wow.
But I couldn't do it because I had to leave and be in Buffalo for a van full of people.
This Netflix thing is like the biggest comedy thing going on right now.
They weren't filming it, but I mean, it was still the idea I could have done it. So anyway, Buffalo, I hope you appreciate how much I love you. What was I saying? There was coming back from LA. I got to Buffalo on Thursday.
Oh, Buffalo. That's rough.
I know. It's a fun city to do stand-up
I've known a few people in Buffalo that I got along very well with, but the city itself, you don't go, ooh, Buffalo.
I mean, it was like 46 degrees. I'm like, why don't you guys shut up? It's May.
It's summer.
You lake-dwelling idiots.
It's a terrible.
God almighty. Why don't you fill in that lake? Why don't you put cement and rocks in that stupid lake? I'm so sick of your, lake affects snow. Do you? Fill it in. Put some dynamite in and blow the water out of it.
Some environmentalists might have a problem, but I don't care about them. I agree wholeheartedly, Jimmy. I want to talk more about your trip, your road trip with Louie. And I was saying, how do the people respond to it? Because as Americans, we're so conceited. We're narcissistic in a way. We think, America is great, which I believe it is, to a point. These days. Sure. But you go to another country and you can't imagine. It's like they wouldn't understand our amazing elite humor. You're a bunch of dregs of society. And
that was actually my opening line.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Did not endear me to the crowd. I'm like, well, you garbage people here to see a real human, are you?
And were they laughing?
They laughed and they stood up and they applauded. No, I wound up.
good.
Istanbul was interesting. The show was really good. And then the promoter goes, "Hey, do you want to headline your own show on?" This was like a Saturday.
Whoa!
On Monday in a small comedy club. So it was on like 150 seats, but it sold out. And I wound up doing this hour show with a couple of local people opening.
Do they know you?
They did, yeah. Because again, Louis, I've been on Louis' show.
Yeah.
And with the internet, there's enough. I couldn't have sold out. I mean, Louis sold out like 1,000 seats there, but 150 I could do. And they were great. They got every joke. Once in a while, you talk a little slower. Like Louis said something. We were in, I think, it might have been Thailand. And he goes, the thing to remember is you talk a little bit slower because when we talk to each other, we drop a part of a set. Like you just, like I just did right there.
Yeah, yeah.
You just, you cut a row and then you keep going. We
right.
both know.
And we know, we interpret it.
Yeah. But when it's a foreign language, people don't know. So you have to kind of finish those. But the shows were all great.
But that sounds great if you're giving a seminar.
Yeah.
Or something.
I was.
Comedy.
I was. A very quiet seminar.
A seminar. Comedy, though, is so much different because it depends so much on timing and, the delivery of a joke. That's why some jokes don't work at all on paper. But if you say it with an inflection and pauses or whatever it takes, it becomes a funny joke.
You mean like one of your jokes gets like quoted on Twitter or in the paper? It just doesn't have the humor.
Yeah, that's what got me fired.
I know.
Such a chuckle I would have gotten if I said it.
But yeah, in print, everything looks bad in print. So, but no, I don't mean like you don't slow it down to the point where you're talking like this. You're not talking like Siri, but you just like enunciate a teeny bit better and just kind of pace yourself mildly slower.
Culturally, though, like when a comic from another country, and there have been many really funny Indian comics, and they come here to America and they kill. They do very well. Because the stuff they're talking about is so relatable to Americans. And that sounds horribly racist of me because I assume that you have to, Americans have to understand what you're talking about. So maybe you change something because they wouldn't possibly find it funny in India. Is the mindset, especially with comedy, similar between Indians in India and Americans?
Yes, the guys, because Louis doesn't like to meet people after the show. He just wants to go back to the room, relax.
He's a piece of garbage.
He's just like, he's done the show. He's done. He's tired. But in India, I got so many comedians that reached out to me and came to the show. There's like 40 comedians came to the show.
Indian comedians.
Indian comics. And because Louis had never been there. And they were like, this is like a festival to us, him being here. And a lot of them, I wasn't they didn't know I was going to be there. So a lot of them knew me from his world, from his show.
So did they get a refund?
They did not. And Anthony, they were happy to see me. They came backstage and we met a lot of them. And in every Indian city, they have a big comedy scene there. Although I can't imagine people aren't 4 days late for gigs with the Mumbai traffic.
Oh,
There's nothing in this country that prepares you for it.
Well, I watched your show. Jim Norton Can't Save You.
Jim Norton, I may be changing the name of that
to
Jim Norton Cannot Save You.
Cannot. I like the contraction kind of screws it up.
Good luck, stupid. I should have called it.
I watched the show with Louis, and
where'd you meet him?
Me and Louis were sitting there watching it. Because this is me.
Wow.
It was fascinating listening to you guys talk about the traffic and the way they drive.
Crazy.
And you know what got me when you guys talked about the constant horn beeping? Like they will just hear, we're in New York. You hear bap, 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 when someone's in the way.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's all the time.
And I mean, not me. It's absolutely nonstop. It's a part of the fabric of their air. It's non.
I couldn't
stop
even.
But it's weirdly not angering because no one takes it personally. And you just go.
Here, someone beeps it, you're like, you're ready to throw down.
I'll say something.
I'll throw down.
I'll say something like the horn blows. I wish there was no more of that noise. I always forget the second part of a funny comment.
You're looking to get into a fight with that language.
But it's not as angering in India. It's just not. And I guess because everyone's doing it. and it's literally a non-stop thing.
What was the, I didn't understand, on the back of a truck, it said, please honk. And I don't know what that means. Why would you invite more honking?
A lot of trucks had that, and it was all apparently, like, because they know they're driving slow, so they don't want to merge into, because you will see, and Louis reminded me of this, you will see, like, a family on a motorcycle with no helmets. Like, a dad
like
driving. A dad driving, holding a little kid, and the wife is on the back, holding a child, and they're on a motorcycle on the highway. No one's wearing a helmet. It's crazy. So the signs will say, please honk.
Chris Hansen's chasing him.
I know, and me.
Slow down.
They just want you to beep so they don't merge into you, I guess. But it says, please honk. They're okay with that.
Please honk.
Please honk.
We have signs that say no honking. Don't use your horn. It's a crime. It's
the trucks want you to beep. It's only on trucks I've seen that.
And then I would
saw
assume
some geese had that.
And some white people are honkies. Thank you. I could only assume, like, no real street lanes and street signs.
They have all of it.
They do.
Yes.
They just don't pay attention.
The running joke I kept saying is apparently their street signs are suggestions. And they really got
merely a suggestion.
I did, yeah, and I did that for 10 days.
Oof.
Every 5 minutes.
Throw you off a building.
They really wanted to. But yeah, you adapt while you're there, but
I guess.
It's a different world, brother. Different world.
All right. We'll be back.
That was my segment closing statement.
Different world. We'll be back. Your calls next.
Wait.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Anthony Cumia Show. And Jim Norton joins me this evening. Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, thank you.
I was looking at some news, and I saw a guy ran down a runway in Denver, and got sucked up by a 737 engine, and the news called him a pedestrian, and I found that really odd because I don't think he qualified as a pedestrian. Maybe science-wise, he was walking.
Yeah,
he's a person, but I would assume that's a sidewalk, or if the plane landed on a street and sucked the guy up, he was walking down the sidewalk, a pedestrian was there. But if you run out onto a runway,
you're a bird.
Yeah. Where's Sully Sullenberg? The guy stopped and said, "Oh, we ran someone over, and we're going back to the gate, or we need an evacuation." Sully would have kept going.
Yes, he would.
Gunned the engines, and we're up and flying.
Remember the Super Bowl when Sully and the crew took too long of a bow, and then people were just done clapping, and they're still sitting there waving? We're like, you got it.
That's embarrassing.
What did you do? You crash landed into Hudson because you didn't know how to. You couldn't cut the mustard with the geese.
Couldn't get back to the airport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should have been fired.
Birds. One of our most amazing inventions ever. Birds can take it down.
Birds can take it. A bunch of, and by the way, I have no mercy for them. It's like, if you don't see that coming,
dumb geese,
you stupid animal. I have no mercy for a bird that doesn't see something 4 million times its size. That'd be like if you and I were standing here and Connecticut was headed towards us, and we didn't think to get out of the way.
Couldn't get out of the way. I tried jumping. No, there's that
was probably a suicide, by the way. That guy,
of course,
has to be.
Of course, I can't imagine that you get on a runway and dive into an engine. I know, especially during takeoff, that thing was revved up full speed. So you could be on the periphery. You're getting sucked into that.
Oh, yeah, maybe he actually didn't mean to get hit. Maybe he was just standing there watching
Why
it go.
would you be on the runway if you didn't?
Maybe he was a drunk idiot.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted a video. Or maybe I don't know. I mean, they'll figure it out.
You haven't said anything that doesn't classify as me. Drunk idiot. He wanted a video. I've never ran out onto a runway.
No, but there's time.
I don't like the idea that is able to happen. Isn't the runway supposed to be as secure as the terminal building?
Yeah.
You go through all the safety checks. There's no way a person should be able to get out there. God forbid he had a improvised explosive device.
That is true. It only happened once. It's not like this happens. Oh, great. Another guy gets run over.
Maybe because a bunch of idiots don't want to run out and get eaten by an engine.
But yeah, you're right. That could be somebody had some type of
if they got a device, something that could hurt the plane a lot more than a person going the engine, which is amazing. I saw a photo of the engine, and you'd think like we're pretty mushy as beings, got bones and teeth and stuff, but titanium blades spinning at about 100,000 RPM, and it wrecked like a big part of that engine, but there was not one piece that even resembled a human.
Well, don't forget, like, no matter how good an instrument is, if you throw a big fat ham into it while it's doing 150 miles an hour, it's going to be a problem.
I think they test, or at least they used to test jet engines for bird strikes. They would throw frozen turkeys into the, not jive turkeys. That would be funny. Back in the 70s. Hey, give me another jive turkey. And the guy's sitting there saying stupid stuff, sounding like a square.
Yeah, like he's the cop from Sanford and Son, or he's the white husband from the Jeffersons.
Not
a jive turkey.
Another frozen jive turkey, please.
But I mean, the fact that you said jive turkey, nobody knows what that is anymore.
No.
Nobody.
Well, the people that listen to the station.
Not only do the people who listen to the station, they knew what it was since its inception. Yes. They were in college when they first heard
They were called jive turkeys.
Yes, they were.
And it was a new word.
It sure was.
Time.
And they were old then.
It was brandy new. Let's talk to JD from
what an honor.
Philadelphia.
What an honor. Oh, how's Washington D.C., sir?
No, Philadelphia.
Oh, sorry.
The Commonwealth of PA.
Apologize.
JD, how are you, my friend?
Oh, baby Beardsley, would you eat? Hey, guys, how's everything?
Yes, a classic song, Mimi Beardsley. Yes. Thank you, JD. What's up, my friend?
Not too much. What would it take for you guys together, minus one person, to go back to maybe satellite radio?
Oh, my God.
Satellite there's a couple of things with there. Satellite would never take us back. And also, I wouldn't want to do satellite because it's simply a closed forum.
Yes.
Like, people can't find you on satellite anymore.
No. Satellite is, it's one of those technologies like Betamax, Laserdisc.
That'll be my nickname. My name is Max. Boo, clumsy clod. There's 36
I didn't
years.
say Homo Max.
I mean, Beta was mean enough.
It really was. I didn't have to jump on you like that.
No, I know, but I deserve it. The way I tripped through that like a rank amateur. Like, literally, I've done 2 open mics and I'm on the radio. Wait do you see what I got, guys?
Buckle in.
If my name was Max, Beta Max I'd be him. Oof. Nice job, stupid. Go ahead, sorry, Anthony. Please explain.
I gotta say.
Yes, sir.
I was looking back on one of your bits, and it was the monkey that ripped off the woman's face.
Oh, God. Another tragedy that was so funny to talk about.
In
the
in
woman,
Connecticut.
a friend of this woman that owned a monkey,
Charlotte Nash,
a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
She went over there, and it was apparently the chimp's birthday.
Travis
the chimp. And they gave him a birthday cake and everything, and they had given him some Xanax because he was already a little rambunctious. And the friend went over to the chimp, and the chimp just attacked this woman.
The friend got out of the car, and she had, probably for a gift,
the cake, right?
No, you're mixing up two hilarious stories.
Am I?
The one was a couple who had raised like a chimp. They put it to a chimp sanctuary, and the husband and wife
came by with the cake,
right? The cake, okay. And other chimps wanted some cake, and you can't tell a chimp no.
You can't.
So they literally bit his thumbs and fingers off, and they bit his testicles off.
Yeah, they go for the thumbs and the genitals.
The lesson would be give the cake. Or you're going to
give him the cake.
Or they're going to take something that sounds similar.
Yeah.
No, the one Charlotte in Connecticut, the woman got out of the car and she had like a little chimp.
Yes.
Like a doll. And I guess the chimp didn't know that it wasn't real and attacked her because she had the little.
They don't know.
They don't know. So
what a dumb present
she was
to bring
shaking
to a wild animal.
Yeah.
Another thing that looks like a wild animal, knowing that they don't put up with that.
Yeah, it chewed her up for 12 minutes or whatever.
Took her face off.
Yeah.
And then, was that the one that got the face transplant?
Yes, she looks fine now.
Oof, wow.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the Muppets.
What? Do you remember what you said, Jimmy?
No.
I said something about she looks like a Picasso. I wasn't kind.
No.
What?
No, it like this. His name's Jim Pembry. Now talk to him, damn it.
Oh, that's the
Jim
radio.
Pembry.
Oh, yeah, Jim Pembry reference.
Jim Pembry. He has Hannibal Lecter and cut his face off.
That is right.
That was terrible. There's no looking in a mirror after a face transplant and going, ooh, I like this.
I always feel like it would itch. And you feel like, you ever scratch your face or your leg when it's numb and it doesn't feel like your skin?
Yes.
That's a very weird.
I would think that's probably,
what it feels like.
Yeah, because the nerve endings are all cut and they
connect somehow.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, God.
Let's get her on the phone. Get her on the horn.
Yeah.
Guy who goes on someone else's show, tries to boss people around.
What's that, sir?
I said.
I actually talked to her once.
You did.
You know what she said?
What did she say? Brilliant, JD
that
from
was
Philly.
Very good, JD.
Thank you so much
Apparently,
for the call.
Talk to her once. What'd you say? Have a banana.
Let's watch the Monkees. You know,
yeah,
she doesn't like Last Train to Clarksville. That's the song. You know, the Monkees. I don't care how it's spelled.
No, I know.
She probably doesn't like it.
She doesn't like
all.
it because of the name. Yeah,
those things are just
chimps are
crazy.
Very
and they're
nasty.
The trouble is they're adorable,
cute.
Like you worked with a chimp back in the old days on
That's
MTV.
right, but people want to see us back together.
Yeah,
I had a stupid pilot I did for MTV, and with Mikey the chimp was my on. I was surprised it didn't get picked up. Yeah. But it wound up. We had him on the air. That's how
was it guy that gives a BJ and the bear?
To a bear. Hey, thanks, little fella. It was yeah. We had him on the radio. Remember, he came on. They brought him into O&A at one point.
XM.
Yep.
It was the XM studio. And yeah, I said when he was sitting there and I patted him on the back, I said, this feels exactly like a sack of cement.
Yes.
Like when you get a sack of cement that you put in a wheelbarrow and stuff. It's just the sack. That's how big and just
solid.
It was solid. Yeah.
I had one other experience. It was an episode of Louie. Louie forgets that he doesn't remember this happened.
This was Lucky Louie?
No, Louie the show.
Oh, Louie the show. Okay.
Where there was one scene we did. It was a card game or something, and Nick DiPaolo was in the scene, and there was a chimp. And Nick has to come in and start yelling, but every time he yelled, the chimp would get antsy because there was like a
happens to this day.
Yes. Yeah, they're not a match made in heaven. So they had a hard time training the chimp to do, and they tried to use the trainer in the scene.
Oh, wow.
But he couldn't act at all. So they wound up getting rid of the chimp scene totally.
Should have got rid of DiPaolo.
I know, the chimp was
Rather
so
see
cute.
the chimp. I love it.
But I went and held the chimp outside for a little while, and he was very, very cute. He was feeding me, he was giving me water like I was drinking, and he kept tipping water.
He would give you the water.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Isn't that amazing? They could be so sweet and nice and then literally rip your thumbs and testicles off.
Yeah, but it was like prison. Like once I took the treat, you know what I had to give up.
Oh, right. Yeah. You know, quid pro quo.
Absolutely.
Jim Norton.
Yes. So
quid pro quo.
I had, for little chimp legs gripping my legs from the back and chimp hands on my shoulders.
I was never a cruelty to animal kind of guy, but I really do. I've gotten such an appreciation for animals now.
Me too, yeah.
And I feel so much more empathy for them than I used to. Like I never, growing up, I was like, people would talk about SeaWorld and be like, oh, it's terrible.
It's all full of women.
Oh, it's better than another letter. Just look out the window. That's all you need to do. All right, look, I'm trying to skirt the issue. I would think like, well, who cares? First of all, I'm never going to go out into the ocean and see killer whales. So it's a great way for us to appreciate the killer whale, to have him in this thing, and we look at him through glass. And then you realize that is what a crappy thing to do to an animal, just because I want to appreciate their beauty.
Yes, and look at
I'm going to lock you up. It's terrible. And then you realize how cognizant they are of you and what their life is. And, they have minds and they have spirits and, it just feels crappy, to do terrible things to them. And now with the internet and our phones, I will never watch a video of an animal being hurt. I could watch snuff films all day with people. Don't care. An animal, though, being hurt, can't do it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And the videos you watch with animals, they're not being hurt. I mean, it's a cow and there's a guy standing behind it. It doesn't hurt the cow. Sure, he swats at him with his tail, but he's being appreciative.
You couldn't hurt him, but
no, I certainly couldn't. Well, I might. I see. I almost did something that also would have gotten you.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was very fresh.
Isn't it terrible? You gotta watch what you say here on these public airwaves.
I just ate two. This is what a fraud I am. We were just out to dinner, me and Anthony, and I had crab cocktail. But I've been really trying not to eat crab because I hate that they cook them alive.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a woman on Instagram who has like a pet crab, and she puts a little dumb hat on it.
No.
She scratches his little shell.
Does he understand? And is he he feels receptive?
Yes, and trusts her. Like when you watch I can't eat octopus anymore because they're very smart and they're good pets. And they open up jars to get their food. Like they're really smart animals.
They help you out.
They help you out.
Yeah, they'll open that up. At some point, they got to go back to the ocean, though. If they're in your house opening jars, you've taken them too far away from their natural habitat.
Well, you put the jar in just to show how smart he is. But it makes me not order octopus anymore. I can't eat them anymore.
I know people with severe brain damage that can open a jar. So how smart are they really?
I suppose that's a really great, heartless way to look at it.
It really is. I understand what you're saying.
It's a smart animal to know its food is in there and open it. Like a lot of animals could do it.
That's
good luck getting a cow to do that.
Yeah,
nice hooves.
But here's another thing. You talk about friggin' cow. I've seen people play violins in front of a pasture of cows, and the cows walk up and they seem to be getting emotional from the music, and you're like, well, that's it. I guess steak is out of the question.
I know. A bunch of cows going, hey, look at this guy shredding. Oof.
Think they do that? Oh, God, please. Oh, I was hoping a break was coming up.
Oh, you and me both. Both looking at that clock. Only 11 more to go. So then the cows, I didn't know what to say. I've watched cows watch a guy play violin. I have seen those videos.
And I think the internet and the access to so many videos and stuff is either it's propaganda, which I don't think it is because there's just a lot of rando videos, but the idea that they have such feelings and they're independent spirits and stuff, it pretty much ends when they start licking their dirty parts. That's when I go, all right, you're a steak. You're an idiot.
See, I'm just the opposite. That's where I really bond with them. I'm like, you lucky dog.
They'd be eating you if that was the case. Licking dirty parts.
That's not very nice.
Jimmy does.
But the internet has turned me on to it because I literally want to go to Yulin, China now because they have that amazing dog festival where they honor.
Oh my God.
The dog meat festival where they honor puppies and dogs.
Oh my God. I can't believe you.
It's just the worst people on earth.
It's so bad.
They cook the dogs alive because their meat is more tender. It's just terrible.
It really is. And then if you think about it, you go, well, what's the difference? And it goes back to, I think, the cute factor is brought up all the time. It's like, but cows are kind of cute.
They are. They're nice.
They're kind of cute.
By the way, in India, you do see them on the highway sitting in the left lane and people just go around them.
They have that.
It's like it really is. We were in Bangalore walking on the sidewalk and there's just a cow in the middle of the city on the sidewalk.
For some reason, they've made cows like this deity.
It's got something to do with reincarnation.
Is it?
I think so.
They think that
it's a relative
it could
or
be
something.
A relative,
maybe, yeah.
Something. There's a balance in this country with cuteness and deliciousness.
Thank you.
You're both, Jimmy.
Cut it out.
And because cows can be cute. They're filthy. If you look at them in a pasture, they crap on themselves. They're matted up with spit and snot. But they're so delicious.
They are.
That you're compelled. I don't think an otter is delicious because no one ever kills an otter to eat it, and that's the stereotypical cutest animal ever.
I know, but they're so shiny. Every time I see an otter, I want to slap it.
What a smack it would make, right? It's kind of
a wet skin
with all the hair slicked back.
Oh,
that snap it would make.
I literally can't see an otter without wanting to cock back and slap it in the face.
They give you like
dumb mustaches.
They'll give you a rock to trade it for like a fish. I saw this video where an otter was handing a rock to somebody and going, "Here, take this." And the guy's like, "Okay, I'll trade you for the fish." And he took the fish. Like they're working
That's
stuff
the
out.
exchange I want to have, where he trades a rock for a slap. Just a back slap.
S&M bargain.
Yeah, it's a very, they're very cute animals, by the way. Yeah, I agree, but they're just slappable.
All right, look, we'll be back in moments. More of Jim Norton slapping beautiful animals and much more next.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Anthony Cumia. Let's go right to the phones. Eric in Orlando, Florida. What's up, Eric?
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Jimmy. Great to have you in the studio.
Hi, Eric.
I was just thinking back, and I was listening to it earlier on my phone today driving, because I always listen to old O and 8 bits, at least 1 or 2 hours a day driving. It was the one where Heather Mills had the miscarriage, and you guys were coming up with Beatles titles to change it around a little bit. The best line went to Anthony, who said, "Lady McCartney, stew tomato out your feet," and then Jim just was laughing so hard he almost lost his breath.
I think of the term stewed tomato probably once a week.
Just terrible people.
The Beatles songs, I forgot about that.
It's so funny that years later people will remember like the horrid things we said in the name of humor. Lady McCartney, stewed tomato at your feet.
I forgot that she had one. Yeah, thank you for the reminder.
Thank you, Eric. A great memory.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, there was a lot of song parodies.
We should have been thrown off a lot sooner.
I mean, but hey, look. They did kind of, in most part, let us say what we wanted.
Yeah.
And there was some really monstrous jokes. I don't feel bad about any of them. Like, I really don't.
No, they were all in the name of fun and humor, and you know, we did. This is what a lot of people say. Oh, if it was you or your family or this,
yes.
But we directly made fun of and talked about things that did affect us personally, our own families. And, you know, if it's funny, it's funny. And I know the audience, the O&A audience, liked the morbid kind of gallows humor that that we were doing.
And it is funnier when it's someone else. Yes.
It is.
We know that.
Yeah.
But you can't look at life like that all the time. Every time there's a movie about it, we're not going to make movies about the Titanic because people were really cold in the water.
People were very, freezing colds. They hit
Did
the
you ever
propeller.
see that movie?
Oh, no. What are you talking about? Did you ever see? You know, it didn't sink. It was the sister ship, the Titanic. All the people, because of the banks, the people on board. I am so done with conspiracy theories. Not, you know, stuff comes up and you go, all right, that's a little fishy or something. Yeah. But the standard textbook, everyone's 9/11, the moon, the flat earth. I'm so done with you. Stop it.
It's boring, and you're just playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
That's why you're just LARPing as the little boy who solves the mystery.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's a lot more exciting. Life is so much more exciting if there is this conspiratorial upper echelon of government or the Illuminati, and they're trying to fool everyone, but you figured it out. You're the guy that finally is cracking the case. It's exciting. It makes you feel important.
I know.
You're not.
You're not the guy. Here's what you are. You're an autistic incel with skin tags on your neck. That's what you are. You're not cracking the case, fat boy.
Cracking a bag of Doritos.
Exactly, on a floor.
I'm so done with
Oh,
it.
I can't stand it. Someone thinks they're cracking they're breaking it wide open.
They're the ones.
You're not going to be the guy we all go to.
Yeah.
And thank.
It's not a movie. You're not the main character.
You're not the main character.
A movie.
No.
And whenever I talk about NASA and the moon landings, the Apollo program, the latest, the Artemis ship going around the moon, I get so much crap from people who go, oh, really? You still believe in that one? LOL, you dummy. Or what? Nothing I've seen from the we never went to the moon or flat Earth, which is even more ridiculous.
Just idiots.
Nothing I've seen has made me go, huh?
No.
Well, now that's interesting because everything I've seen has been scientifically debunked, and not because someone told me. I did my own research, and scientifically it works out to a certain conclusion. And I've never seen anything scientific about the conspiratorial side.
You understand that if the Earth was flat, every ship captain and every pilot on Earth would have to be in on it.
And they are. They believe it.
That every pilot knows that they can't fly beyond a certain thing or they're going to zip off into space.
Yeah, where do
what
they
are you,
go?
Idiots?
Then they just lie. They blatantly lie. You know, that's why the South Pole is off limits. It's not. People go there. There's expeditions. There's places set up where you could live and do research. And the moon thing is ridiculous because you think Apollo 11, they finally get to the moon. Now, if it's fake, you'd get back and go, holy Jesus, I cannot believe we pulled it off. Everyone believes it.
Yeah.
What should we do? Go back 5 or 6 more times. Let's roll the dice for no apparent reason. You did it. Everyone's convinced. But let's do it so many more times that people might catch on.
And involve a lot more people.
A lot more people. And then 60 years later, you go, let's do it again with Artemis. Let's get a whole new generation of people that have to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
And the group of 4 astronauts go around the moon and they have to be quiet. And we have to new technology of CGI and this. Why would you do that? What's the upside?
And listen, we're going to ask someone from NASA to do it. Let's go to Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Let's go to Kubrick, one of the biggest directors on Earth. He'll keep his mouth shut.
He'll keep his mouth shut, and we might not recognize his directing style.
Absolutely.
How many Kubrick movies have come out before that have a Kubrick look, a directing style, and you're going to use someone with such a unique style to do something to fool everyone that it isn't
the first
happening?
Words, your son is attempting to bring an outside astronaut into this situation.
Yeah. They honestly, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work out. I'm not just doing it as a gatekeeper. I'm saying it because science tells me this actually
If you use the term gatekeeper out there, just know this, you're stupid. It's an annoying
Unless
term.
you're literally a gatekeeper.
Exactly. Unless you work with gates.
Keeping a gate.
Yeah. Maybe you work with Bill. Go ahead. That's your show.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Anthony Cumia Show.
Yes.
It's Jim Norton sitting in with us this Sunday, which is quite the treat, quite the pleasure.
Oh, good.
Had great dinner, Jimmy. Sitting
Very
there
tasty,
laughing
yes.
with Jim, having a nice dinner together at a fine restaurant.
And thank you. You treated. It was very nice.
Oh, it's all tax deductible.
I know. We talked about that. We said that this is a big write-off.
I signed it as a write-off. I don't even know. I'm the worst with business expenses. Do you know my contract for here actually says that I can be reimbursed, or I am reimbursed for travel here, for the hotel,
yes,
for food, for everything every month, because I come up about once a month to do the show from the studio. I maybe put in 2 since the time I started.
Why?
Because I'm a lazy idiot, Jimmy. I'm stupid. I could just fill it out.
Yep.
I'm like, well, how do you do it? Where's the request form for reimbursement?
It's not hard.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's very
That's what
easy.
girls tell me all the time.
Yes, it's not hard and it's terrible. Yeah, it's so easy to do. Something like that I'm actually pretty good with, like getting, the old Mike's doing the old stuff.
Talk about not being hard.
It's falling down. Guys, if you could see that, you'd be laughing along with us. But yeah, you fill it out.
Yeah, I got to do that. I got to
adds
do
up,
that
man.
stuff. I'm terrible, like, business like that. That's why. Same thing with, like, Compound Media. I was just, this is fun. And the money's coming in. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then, after 8 years or so, it's like, oh, maybe some adjustments have to be made. And I'm like, nah, I don't care. Let's just let it ride.
Why don't you just tell your accountant to go through your credit card statements and pull everything, have them do it.
Oh, what are you, Israel now? You're right.
I would
should
have my accountant do that. Yeah,
should.
Yeah, just pull all those for the last year.
Yeah, I'm
See
an
if they'll
idiot.
reimburse you for the year.
I do that. I'm going to meet with my boss and be like, hey, could I turn in a year's worth of expense? You think they won't like that?
Probably not, but I mean, you'll go, look, here's the thing, the bottom line. I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Tell
if
them
I
I'm
present
stupid.
it as me being an idiot, which is why I was hired in the first place.
I would, see, this is where you're stupid for saying it on the air, because you should have lied and said, I thought my accountant was doing this the whole time.
Oh, I should have said
And it turns out
that.
he's not, but now you can't because we're talking about it on the air. I feel like I'm looking into a mirror.
Cut that part out. Cut that part out so the boss don't
Hold
hear
on
it.
a second. Tell the boss something.
I'm like a shock jock. Yeah, screw the boss, right?
Yeah, we're giving away tickets.
We make
to
the rules.
Big show.
He's got tickets in his office. Let's pick the lock and go in the office and take the tickets to give them away to our listeners. We did that. Me and Opie did that on WAAF. Yeah, let's get in there. And it was a big thing. And the listeners were like, yeah, you guys are awesome. It's like, you're stupid.
It was a little less hacky then than it is now.
Well, yeah, I hope so, because everything we did in today's standard of broadcasting would be considered unbelievably hacky and terrible.
Yeah, it's those things, those little tricks. But I'm in a car sometimes or an Uber going somewhere, and I'll hear the guy listening, and he's listening to War of the They're still doing
they're still doing War of the Roses.
Calls.
Yeah, every phone call. I think legally you're not even allowed to do prank phone calls on the radio.
No, you have to tell them they're on the air.
It's very limited as far as states that would allow that. But I think the vast majority, you have to go, hi, and you got to do this off the air.
Yeah.
You can't even ask them if you can put them on the air.
Yeah.
On the air. It has to be off the air. Now, if you call in like our wonderful callers here,
sure,
it's different. But so that's why all those old radio gags. War of the Roses. He sent the roses to his girlfriend instead of his wife. We have his wife on the phone. Oh my God, she's mad.
Oh, why did you do that? Oh, honey.
They think everyone's an Academy Award-winning actor.
No, it's
too.
like me at an audition. The husband.
The hands. At least you don't have to know what to do with your hands in the radio. It's not that bad.
No, I know, but if the camera's on me, they're always just kind of up here hanging.
Every movie I watch you, and sometimes things will pop up, and you're in it, and I always am just fixated on your hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did he decide? What was his decision as an actor to do with his hands?
Or did it just kind of happen with the main character where the hands just did what they were supposed to do?
That's brilliance right there. You ever watch really amazing actors at one of those actor studio type things?
The interviews?
And they're talking to a student in the audience about something, a choice they made. I like that. The choice I made.
Yes.
And it's just brilliant, and it looks great. I saw an actor. What the hell is his name? Who's that English actor?
Steve Coogan?
No.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. And he was doing something, showing how eye contact and where the camera is. And it was like, oh, my God. How the hell does he even know to do this? And it looks, you could tell what he meant. You could see it.
He said, if you want to appear more ominous, don't
blink.
He goes, when you look someone in the eye, and raise your head. Don't do that. He goes, look at their eye first and then raise your head.
Yeah.
It was just a really interesting adjustment.
And pick one eye. Don't go back and forth between the two eyes.
That's right, one eye.
And don't blink. And he did the example of both of those. And it was stunning how amazing it was.
That's why I haven't been able to look ominous, because I always like to put my head in a semicircle and I go, it's good radio bit.
You bulge your eyes out real wide.
Yeah.
And then it's good, too, if you go, huh?
Evil. I'm writing a movie about a serial killer.
Oh, Jesus. No, you're not.
By the way, that will give away the bad writing. There's nothing that wrecks a show for me or a movie more than when they have cops talking. And it's like, the cops should always the cop will walk in and go, the killer would never do that.
Oh.
Cops never say
no.
The killer.
Yeah. Colin was so great at parodying that on the cop show thing they did. Because all the cops did talk like that.
Yeah.
That was such a great parody of cops. You were so good in that, too.
I did a couple of that. But I found that Colin at times thought that my appearance was fodder for mockery.
Yes.
Like when I had to play an owl. Or when he said that my face represented toxic waste.
How is Mr. Quinn?
He died this morning.
Oh, that's tragic.
So good.
I didn't even see that.
No, he's doing great. I saw Colin Friday night at the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, you did?
We were giving each other the business.
Yeah, you guys do give each other the business
from the stage,
a lot.
though. Like
from the stage,
I was saying things that he had called me. I sometimes will tell people Colin because he's not a nice person.
Like an owl.
No, he called me. He said I look like a human cashew, which bothered me. There's a couple of other unkind.
Is that an insult?
Yes,
it
he
is.
meant it as one.
Of course it is.
And then he went on after me and he said I look like a garlic nut. a human garlic nut.
That is a good one.
Yeah, so it was very fun. So yeah, I just saw Carl Friday. He's doing great.
Didn't he call Bob Kelly? Bob looks like a souvenir you pick up at the Beijing airport.
A last-minute gift in the Beijing airport. And he also had a very funny line on Stern Roast. They were, I guess, he said about Boy Gary.
Yeah.
He said, you're either a very ugly man or a very handsome fish.
and of course, I have been dubbed, and to this day, people still call me a back alley Tunisian knife fighter.
A perfect description. Kurt Metzger, he said, looked like a Bosnian war criminal. And he does.
He does. He's very, very good at that. Yeah, I do miss a lot of those guys. I just don't. Of course, being in South Carolina. Then when I got kind of banned from the Comedy Cellar, that was
I forgot about
terrible.
That. I forgot about it. I got to go.
I
totally forgot about that.
I actually, I was told to go on hiatus from the Cellar, which is pretty much being banned, but it has this little glimmer of I can come back. Noam was like, yeah, because I think I had so many comics in there that had problem with me. And he doesn't like when the comics are uncomfortable there. Sure. But, he didn't really take into consideration why I had problems with some of the comics. Whatever it might have been, I think the Bill Burr and then the Club Soda Kenny thing was.
I mean, I would say it doesn't help.
It doesn't
help a situation.
It doesn't help. But I always enjoyed going there and sitting down for the chicken skewers and rice with my friend Jimmy.
Yeah.
And did you see the clip of the women, the vegans that went in there and got kicked out?
No,
I don't think it was the Cellar. I think it was this other around the corner.
Mamoons?
Big Black Pussycat? What is
Fat Black Pussycat. I do my hour there every Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
It's a little lounge, and they have. Do they have? They don't have really a lot of food there. Little wings and stuff.
It had nothing to do with food. The comic was making a vegan joke.
Oh.
And he said vegans were losers.
What babies?
And these girls started booing him. Like literally boo, like it's vaudeville.
Just babies.
And he commented on it and said a few things. And they were kicked out. Like the Cellar and those clubs, they don't put up with.
They throw you out
that.
immediately.
You get thrown out. It's not one of these clubs where, oh, what a great back and forth between the guy and the crowd. They will throw you out.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that want that seat. So they got kicked out, and then they're recording themselves in front of the Cellar going, can't believe they kicked us out. We didn't do anything. And then the comic put a video up of him doing and you hear them boo. And he goes, this is the third time I've told you to be quiet. Shut up.
Yep.
They never think they're doing anything
No, I
wrong.
was just laughing. No, you weren't. No one gets thrown out. If you don't get thrown out of a funeral for laughing, you're not going to get thrown out of a comedy club.
They think it's like a movie or a TV show where the heckler is quick-witted, and it's a good repertoire or rapport between the comic and the heckler, and everyone loves it. And no, you're interrupting his show. This is what he's doing, and you're effing it up.
Here's the rule of thumb. If you sneeze while I'm on, I hate your guts. Do you know, I was closing my show. This happened to me a couple of times where I was closing the show. One time a guy had a seizure. I was at the Stress Factory in Connecticut. And there's a Bridgeport, Connecticut room. I'm literally in my closing bit, and he falls on the floor and has a seizure. So now I kind of have to just talk people through this as we wait for paramedics.
Oh, my
God. I have
God.
to pretend that I'm concerned and not annoyed that he messed up my last bit. And that also happened to me when I was in San Diego. I was doing the American Comedy whatever, and a guy fell on the floor drunk or whatever. And he came back the next night, though.
Oh, Jesus.
I gave him tickets the next night.
They gave him tickets.
Because he might have been drunk or tired, but I have to pretend I'm concerned. Are you okay? Or I want to just go, couldn't you die quietly on the toilet in the bathroom? What are you doing? I have a bit to finish. I'm not going to be able to salvage this.
They don't get it. Well, those people, I don't think it's by choice, but they don't get it when they're interrupting with
the worst
comedian.
The worst.
How self-centered do you have to be? There's a room full of people that want to see a comic, and you're injecting yourself into this like you're integral to the act.
There's no penalty for that, which I would feel is too harsh. Yeah. Like if there was a video of somebody heckling and a comic like cutting his hand off with a hatchet, I'd go, he won't heckle anymore.
Like the mob.
Kind of like the
that,
mob.
You know, like the mob. If you do that, you know.
They cut your pinky off. Just something to remind it, like, there's a heckler here.
Which hand do you put to your mouth when you yell a heckle at the comic? Put it on the table.
We're going to cut your thumb and pointer finger off. So now you just have 3 little fingers and it's not the same yell. You can't direct your sound anymore.
I would like to see that.
I would too.
All right, people. Back in a flash. Where you going?
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Anthony Cumia Show. Thank you for popping in.
Yes.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
We sure do.
Earlier I was talking about Seth Rogen.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And kind of talking about, I remember him being very standoffish in the one interview I remember with him. I don't know why or what it was. And I even said, look, I understand sometimes these guys have to promote these movies and they do 20 of these and they're just carted around and whatever. But, you know, it's our job to kind of make it entertaining, and you have a part in this as the guest. So I kind of get that. But I saw him as a little standoffish. But that isn't even what my point was. My point is I talked about him on my internet show, and the video was clipped. And it's put out, and it's me pretty much crapping all over Seth Rogen, but it's only because of the weed thing.
I don't know what weed thing you mean.
He's big on weed.
Yeah.
And I get that. Whatever. You smoke weed, people drink, they do whatever it is. But it's his dedication and part of his persona is weed. And at 44, I don't know. I don't find that, wow, that's cool. You know, in your 20s.
Sure. Well, we all dedicate ourselves to interesting things. Some people dedicate themselves to weed, and other people dedicate themselves to seeking out videos which make them angry. I guess we all have our cross to bear.
I wish I knew who you were talking about.
Yes, yours just you want to bear and then burn on a lawn. No, I don't even know. I guess he is, but I haven't really, it hasn't hit my radar that much.
Yeah.
I know he smokes pot.
He smokes so much pot.
I know he smokes pot. I did a movie. Kevin Smith brought me to, Pittsburgh years ago to do a very small couple lines in Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Right.
And Seth is in that movie. And, he came up to say hello at the trailer. And I think Kevin's like, yeah, he's got me smoking. But like, I think Seth turned Kevin on to,
that is true.
And they were smoking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think Kevin used to smoke at all.
Yeah.
And Seth got him to smoke weed, and it really screwed his life up.
But he's still skinny. I don't know how Kevin Smith is still skinny. Because he was a fat guy, and he lost all that weight. But how do you smoke pot and you're still skinny? Like, he's doing it, whatever he's doing is a great job.
Something to be said for dying. You know, people might want to get thin, and they look in the mirror, and it's like, oh, boy, or, oh, my cholesterol's a little high or something. But when you're laying there dead, and people have to bring you back to life, you might be a little more. He had a heart attack.
That's right.
During one of his appearances, where he'd get up in front of a college.
Was he big at that point? Is that what got him to lose weight? Oh, that's what got him to lose weight.
That's what got him to lose weight.
Yeah, he talks about that.
The big hockey jersey.
Yep, the Widowmaker, he called it.
Yeah. And, that was huge for him. And that was it. So
Changed his life,
It gives you a little more motivation.
Yeah, I guess I forgot about that.
To not be fat.
But it's still amazing to be able to smoke pot and not put weight back on.
I don't know if he still smokes.
Oh, I don't know.
He might have quit, because I remember he wrote something about and did a video about how weed really screwed him up. He thought it was a good thing for a while, and then he realized it wasn't, and it was making him do things he wouldn't normally do and be paranoid. The paranoid thing with weed is like,
it got me every time.
It's the worst. I loved smoking pot in my late teens, early 20s. It was great. One day I got an anxiety attack that I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I'm going to die right here from this.
Oh.
I will never smoke weed again if I get through this. And that was it.
You didn't smoke again?
No.
Aren't you curious about edibles and stuff? If I could do them, I would.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the smoke doing anything different than an edible would do. It's THC going into your system. And I don't care. No, the sativa is a much more mellow.
It's a mellower high.
Shut up. I'm going to be sitting there all paranoid.
Exactly. Quiet, you junkie punk.
Sure. Marijuana's fun at first. Then you're staring at a baby in the oven because you thought it was a roast. Something like that happened in Dragnet. Yeah, Dragnet.
Really?
They walked in. It was a babysitter. She was a hippie girl, and she was smoking weed. And then they said, check on the baby. They go upstairs, and the cop comes down with a chicken. He goes, this was in the thing. Where's the baby? And then they turn the camera to the stove. She put a baby in the stove because she smoked the doobie.
But then they should have done one more scene where they're all enjoying a nice dinner. With a pile of mashed potatoes.
Sergeant Friday's got the napkin tied around his neck. I was fork and a knife in both hands.
The mother's screaming in the corner. There's a rattle in the microwave.
Give me another leg. Little Tootsie on the end.
These little piggies may have gone to market, but I'll tell you, they're delicious. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna need a little bit of soup out of that little soft spot. Baby in the oven.
Look, I got a wing. That is terrible.
Yeah. Dragnet, yeah. The drama of what marijuana would do.
Marijuana. But the point I was making about Seth Rogen was and I think he's got pot products, which I almost give him a pass on because he's selling something.
Sure.
But in your 20s, weed is fun. It's cool. It's what you do. And again, I probably sound like the old guy shaking my fist. At 44, I think once you hit 30, you could smoke as much weed as you want. But if you're making it part of your persona, you might as well make doing shots. You know, oh, look, I do. Because he goes, oh, I roll a lot of joints a day. It's like, might as well say, oh, I do a lot of shots every day. It's great. I invented this shot tray. And the booze fits here and stuff. Like, what's the difference? You're using some kind of substance to not go through life without some type of buzz.
Distraction, something to take you away from the present. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he has an issue, and I really shouldn't be criticizing him.
You're
that
basically
much.
Attacking a man for a possible addiction.
For some type of addiction.
And he is a fine comedic actor.
I think he plays Seth Rogen in everything.
A little bit, yeah, but he's still,
Seth Rogen.
You ever see the comeback?
He doesn't know what to do with his hands.
The comeback with Lisa Kudrow. Did you ever see that?
Oh, no. I looked at your back once and I thought that.
I know. And then you made one, but it said I can't say it. We're on the radio.
Oh, jeepers.
Well, let's just say tonsils were in it.
Indeed.
It's about the first season was 2005. It's just about a washed-up actress who's now doing a reality show.
Oh yes, it was a great show.
A masterpiece.
So uncomfortable.
And the second season was in 2015. They did 10 years later. They did season 2.
Right.
And Seth Rogen was in an episode of season 2, and he was great. Like
Really?
I'm so, I mean, great. He was so good.
Oh
in this.
wow.
It's a great show. So season 3 they're doing now. I think it's ready to be a third season.
Yes. Oh, that took
Every
a,
10
took
years.
a lot of time off.
10 years.
10 years.
I can't wait to see. I love it so much.
That's amazing. Yeah, I would watch that one.
I will too.
Yeah, because it was a really uncomfortable show.
Oh my God.
Very reminiscent of The Office.
Yeah, I met her once and I told her
Office.
that. I'm like, it's the second most uncomfortable performance I've ever seen. I don't think she liked that.
Back in a flash.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It is the Anthony Cumia Show, and no Sunday evening would be complete unless we went to Susan in Corning, New York. Susan, how are you, dear?
Oh, you guys are cracking me up tonight.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, I'm just kind of like, just enjoying listening. I wasn't even going to call in, but then with this, hi there, Jim.
Hello.
I'm glad to hear you with my friend Anthony, who
Good.
sometimes gives me a hard time, but
Sure.
I still love him.
You know, we're talking about addictions and pot and drinking, Susan.
Oh, do you call up
and
loaded?
You don't
She
say
tanked.
no to a cocktail twice, sweetheart. So listen, by the way, I wanted to say when Jim was talking about the octopus thing, and I'm kind of listening about opening the jars and how intelligent octopus
Yes, very
are.
smart.
Talking to Fredo's wife.
Yeah, and I'm saying like, oh, come on, he's just pulling our leg, remember? And so I decided to Google it. I'm going to Google this.
Yeah.
And by gosh, octopuses are highly intelligent according to AI. So I'm getting educated tonight. I'm getting entertained.
Isn't this great?
Yeah, but I also wanted to say, I wondered if either of you had any experience, because back in my 20s, I lived
Coincidentally,
in Chicago,
the 20s,
a block
too.
away. Yeah, just a short time ago. I lived near Second City in a studio apartment. And
Chicago,
and when
yes.
Chicago, yes. Oh, no,
Yeah,
what happened? Did you get teabagged by John Candy, 1978?
Oh, no, that was way past. Yeah, no, Saturday Night Live wasn't even on then.
Oh, of
but
course not.
Sorry.
The Texaco Star Theater.
Yeah.
Uncle Milty.
Yeah, Bob Hope grabbed the back of my head. When
Yes, Susan, yes.
Go ahead,
Either of you ever performed there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, at Second City. Did you guys ever?
Oh, no, I've never performed at
I've never
Second City.
performed there. I was a groundling, I think, with Alan Alda back in
Groundling.
1968.
Ugh, I hate all that improv nonsense.
When they're good at it, they're good at it. But there's a lot of
Yeah,
bad
you
improv.
can tell when there's good
I'm
improv.
Really, I'm really
but
good
even
at it.
good improv is just annoying.
I'm really good at it.
The yes ands?
Yeah.
You do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Jim.
Yes.
It's me and you.
Sure it is.
We're at a car dealership.
Freeze! Hey, is that a Buick?
No.
Oh, that's right.
And scene.
That's
Great
right.
job,
Sorry.
guys.
It's an invalid in a wheelchair. Watch me driving into the wall quickly.
See, this is improv like Second City or the
Sure is.
Groundlings.
Watch it hit the train tracks and just fall forward. And
Just dump them out.
yeah, like a wheelbarrow full of burden.
Little turnip legs. Well, Susan, thank you so much for the call. Susan calls in.
I'm glad you did, dear.
Every,
And I was actually concerned this call was going to be awful. Thank you very much for
reinforcing.
Thank you for straightening me out on that. I was worried that would be bad.
Corning, New York. That's where she's from.
Well,
Corning.
good for her.
She calls every week. I love it. She's a good gal.
Sure.
This is, let's go to Benny from Bayside, New York. Benny, what's up?
Hi, Benny.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Hey,
Thursday. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Hey, Louis completely bombed on all the shows. But for real, as far as Louis doing comedian anymore, I'm sorry, Louis is done.
Why would you say that? He sells out all his shows.
I was just on tour with him, and the material. I worked a lot in the States with him, and then overseas in a bunch of countries. He murders on stage.
Yeah,
and it's like it's all a new act.
Did he murder really on stage?
Yes,
really?
Yes,
quite literally.
Yes, he does. He kills.
He kills people. In India, it's great because they don't value humanity that much.
That's right.
Why would you think that? Like, when was the last time you saw Louis?
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
I
never.
saw him on Netflix and stuff like that. But,
he has a new Netflix special, which will be out in sometime in June. Wasn't there the night he shot. He shot at the Beacon. But he's a great comic. You don't have to like.
Yeah.
But he's a great comic. You can't deny he's a great comic.
Your opinion is in the minority of people that enjoy stand-up comedy. People find Louis very funny. Any clip that comes up in my feed when I'm watching videos is great. It's just this is funny. All
right, buddy.
All right, man. Punching out. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Louis, I mean, you could have opinions about comics, but I also think there's an overall definitive, this guy's funny or this guy's not funny. I think people have opinions, and you might get like this end of the bell curve that people will find this funny and that not funny.
Hey.
But overall, Louis is a funny comic. I think you'd be very hard pressed to refute that.
We did 3 nights in Chicago. It was over 3,000 people. He sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere we did, he sold out. And, I mean, just every show
the crowd leave just disappointed.
Oh, Lou, how could you say that? His jokes were very tasteless. It was very funny.
Which is great.
Yeah.
There is this kind of take on comedy these days where the really off-putting humor is back. You know, we went through a lot of the liberal alt comics. Remember that phase?
Sure.
Where you'd go down a creek and cave in Queens, and it was just lib alt comics, not funny at all. Just, they're looking for people to go, yeah, the Republicans suck. It did turn around. And, you see some of these comics now doing material that some comics don't like. They talk about it like it's low-hanging fruit or punching down. And what?
First of all, there's no such thing as punching down.
No.
Shut up if you're saying that. And low-hanging fruit is an expression that people have used for decades with comics. Like, there are those of us that will grab, especially when it's two orbs of low-hanging fruit and a banana.
That's what Jimmy calls testicles in the heat.
Well, yeah.
Low.
That's what
we get it. Thank you.
And the banana part.
I was working it in my head while you were talking, so I wasn't listening.
I said 2 pieces of fruit and a banana.
So the fruit and the banana and the two. Okay.
It was a bit wordy.
A little wordy, but we get it.
Yeah, like hackier jokes or easy jokes. Sure, we all get called out on that. I mean, that's something that every comic has done since forever. But I mean, that's not a new thing where they're saying low. But yeah, there is a snootiness to certain comics, and there are certain young guys, and they're decent comics, but they're going around complaining about what everybody else is doing, and it's almost like you're not good enough to make that. You're allowed to make the call. You can, of course, you can say that, but just understand you're not doing the important work you think you're doing.
Oof.
You're not doing important work, stupid.
Yeah,
you're average. You're an average comic.
Yeah.
That's just my speech to myself every morning when I wake up as I sit on the toilet for number one.
Because, like Shane Gillis, obviously, is one of the comics. You never heard of him? He's pretty funny. I've seen him a couple of times. He's one of these comics, though, that was kind of the push forward to get away from the nonsense liberal comedy that was just everywhere. And he started... Not that he's a hardcore right-wing comic.
Yeah, he's not really political on stage.
But it's funny But some people were like, yeah, no, I don't enjoy that brand of humor.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the way it's going to be. Anybody who's really successful.
Yeah.
But he was kind of the guy who they tried to punish him.
Right.
And he didn't do anything but just do his own thing, and people flocked to it. So he kind of broke the back of that thinking just by doing what he did naturally. Like he didn't try to start
anything.
No, just did his thing, and he's very funny.
What do you think of the there's been that Austin, LA, New York comedy rivalry thing, and comics have talked about it at that. And the consensus from LA and New York especially is that Austin is a little too big for its britches. You don't give a crap?
No, not at all. They're great to me in Austin. I know the guys in Austin, those comics are probably more genuine to me than most of the guys in LA and a lot of the guys in New York. Yeah, the guys in Austin have been very genuine with me. So I love it down there. I don't just mean Joe either. I mean a lot of just the regular working comics down there. There's really there's no real debate between these. They're just different places for guys to do stand-up. People make it like it's some East Coast, West Coast. There's nothing there.
There had always been the East Coast, West Coast rivalry.
Yes, but they say this though, that a lot of the times in Austin too, they are also hypersensitive on the right. Like I think Adrian Appalucci said woke right, and there is a woke, just the opposite for people who are like, if you're violating this, it's tribal crap.
Right.
So they have it down there too. They have it in LA. They have it in New York. It's no different. The scene down there is great, though, and I think it's really good that all those comics are getting to go up. Whoever craps on that scene and says it shouldn't exist, you're a stupid elitist, and you're probably just happy you have your spot, and you don't care that other people get their spots. Yeah. Stop being so insecure, dummy. There's room for everybody. Who cares about the Austin scene? Don't go there if you don't like it.
New York comics seem to be the ones that really go, well, anything but New York is second,
LA is like that too, though.
Rate.
Yeah, that is true, and they're right. But I mean, LA does the same thing too. I was just out there, and I'm seeing people who I've asked to do my podcast, and I've been completely blown off. But when you see them, they're like, "Hey!"
Well, we've always heard of the phoniness of LA,
and New York does that too. By the way,
New York does do that, but New York is, I think, more willing to bust balls with each other, and not take it as personally. I think there's this thought that with the LA comics that they have to be kind of nice to everyone because you don't know where that next opportunity will come from. So you don't really want to bust balls on people, but it's part of comedy.
In LA, they're so geared towards TV too. Like for at least all this stuff, the whole business was in LA pretty much. So it's like you're working on your 7 minutes because, for many years you'd get a deal and maybe get a show.
Yeah.
And in New York, it's like, all right, I'm going to go have wings.
Yeah. What is the end game for a New York comic?
I mean, for some of us, it's go to Marshall's and get a belt and finally call it a wrap.
Carve, I was here in a beam.
Absolutely.
I know that's what you were
in
getting
a glory
to.
hole.
We get it. Yeah. It's LA did seem to be like the end game. They always had the TV show, the sitcom focus, but that whole thing's gone too. No one's making these giant sitcoms anymore, network sitcoms.
Right.
That's going to break a comic and he's going to be the next big thing. $1 million contracts, syndication deals. You're going to be, like all the comics that did get those deals back in the 90s, especially. What is it now? No one even makes a special anymore.
Viral stuff.
Exactly.
Or a viral special. Like you want people who shoot a special put on YouTube. That's all people want to do. They want to get something that just hits and sells a lot of tickets.
Remember when Louis started putting his specials on his website?
Yep.
And it was a pioneer. He was a pioneer in doing that.
Yes, he was.
And everyone's like, why wouldn't you put out a special, right?
Yeah.
And now everyone's doing that. It's all about putting it online.
But a lot of guys tried to do it on sites and sell it, and they didn't do what he did.
No.
Like what Louis did, huge numbers.
Yeah.
But his fans are very engaged, and a lot of guys tried it and just didn't do what he did.
Yeah, loyal. I guess
it
helps if you have a number one comedy on TV.
On television for a long time.
That show still is relevant. It's not dated in any way, and it's still just funny as hell.
Yeah, the clips are great.
And you see like these comics, you are on there. Every one of the comics I've ever known has made an appearance on there. And I don't know what Louis or the director or whoever did, but they're good. They don't come off as stiff or bad. They're very natural.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they're playing themselves, but that isn't easy to do either.
No, it's like, how do I play me? I don't really know. How do I do?
Who am I as a person?
Because if I'm playing me accurately, I'm not good enough to be in this. So I can't play me too accurately.
Yeah.
Or I trip and I forget my lines.
Some of the surprises in comics who acted, one of them is DePaulo. DePaulo's
very good.
Like really good. And then, what's his name? He, is down there in Bisbee, Arizona.
Doug, Stanhope?
Stanhope.
Great. He
was really good in, an episode of Louis. Some of them, you're like so surprised that they're good. Even Florentine.
I was just thinking of Florentine,
was good. And look, I'm not saying he should be a bad actor, but he shouldn't be a good actor.
Yeah.
Why would he be?
You don't look at Jim and think thespian just because when you talk to him, he's just kind of clowning around. But when you see him work, you're like, he's really good.
Yeah.
He was great. And he played a comic who like was leaving an upper decker and then fell and hit his head and died or something. I really have not watched the Louis series. I got to go back and really watch it because I see clips and I love them.
Probably a month ago and was just like, this lost nothing.
I know.
This is just still an amazing, funny show. We'll take another phone call from some of the many fans calling up.
Yes, the phone lines have been lit.
This is Dave. Dave from Oregon. What part of Oregon? What kind of American?
The good part.
Oh, right.
You know, the liberal cesspool is concentrated in Portland and Seattle.
Yes.
There are many parts of Oregon and the Pacific Northwest with reasonable, rational people.
Seattle's not in Oregon.
Seattle's in Washington,
the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, it's in Washington.
Anyway,
Portland, Maine to Portland.
I'm going to Tacoma, Washington, by the way, early June. Just wanted to say something really uninteresting.
Philadelphia, Atlanta, L.A. also?
Can't
Northern California where the girls... No?
Is that the Beach
Keep
Boys?
on rocking me, baby.
Ant, I have something to say.
Right.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh,
say it,
Dave, I'm
please.
sorry. We forgot you were
Hey,
on the
Dave's
line.
Not here.
Dave, you're on the line.
What a gift. What legends to get together. Gee, thanks. Once a month, we're all falling apart here. Lifelong fans. You guys made magic. And once a month, that's all we get. When is the podcast? You can do it. What's stopping you from happening? Is it because Jimmy's worried about his image? You know, I'll be associated with Ant.
First of all,
Ant's right about everything. He just maybe his delivery's a little off.
As far as being worried about my image being associated with Anthony,
yes.
If I was worried about that, July 7th, 2015, I would have cut the cord.
Have you seen Jimmy's visa bill since he's been married? He needs the gig.
Aw.
Yeah, Anthony and I talk about a lot of different things. We just had a very productive and lovely dinner.
Yeah. Dinner. We chat about things.
Yes.
And,
things could be possible.
The future's wide open, my friend.
You guys are adored.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. And I appreciate tonight.
Thanks,
Thank
pal.
you,
It was fun.
Dave.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
It's easy, too.
It really is. I sitting here, because we talked about sometimes you have a guest and it's like pulling teeth. And
crazy.
Some of the old O&A days. And I knew, remember when Roland would come in and he would pitch guests?
Yeah.
And we were just like, no. It's so odd how you can just run the interview through your head in a split second when they bring up the name.
And he'd bring up a guy, or sometimes they weren't even comics. He'd go like, hey, this guy Mike wants to come in. He wrote a book about reinstalling bumpers on old cars.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with that?
And we're sitting there, like I run it through my head. And I'm sitting there talking to a guy with the bumpers, and I'm like, I can't imagine that. But sometimes they'd sneak through, and a guest would come in, and you're like, oh, God, did we say yes to that? And they're standing outside.
And we said yes, and you can't get rid of them.
And sometimes we just said yes to get Roland out of the studio.
Yes.
And now it's the day. They're here.
Or he said, oh, yeah, they had the same publicist.
Right,
and we were so dumb.
Every time we fell for that. Yeah. They have Brad Pitt's publicist. So if you take
Brad
him,
will come in.
You'll get Brad Pitt. We never got Brad Pitt.
We're lucky we got them.
We never got the person that was supposed to get us the
big star.
The big star.
And by the way, when the dud became a big star eventually, we never got them back.
We never got them back.
They never
We
came
had to
back.
take another guy from the lower rungs.
Another dud.
But the guy did our show. But you got to take this guy. He's a bumper book.
Oh, we wanted to get a hooker. We had to got to take Barry and Barry.
Holy jeez. All right. We're going to take a quick break and return in moments.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. It's the Anthony Cumia Show.
Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Anthony Cumia Show. We're here with Jim Norton. He's been here the entire show. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Oh, it was a delight.
Always a pleasure to have you on board.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Do you get involved with like trans issues? Do you comment on it? Do you have any animosity for people that really are like no?
No, I mean I don't, because again, it's like my wife is trans. Like, what more can I say than living my life as I live it? Like,
yeah.
I don't thought police people. My wife doesn't do that either. Nikki's not like that. She doesn't tell people.
Police. Da, 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 da.
I was driving in and you went, the boo police. But no, I never, if I think people hate trans people and want them eradicated or to have no rights, then I'll be like, yeah, it's a person I don't really like. But no, everyone's got feelings. Some of it's just towards the political arm of that movement. And yeah.
Do you see a difference in passable trans girls and guys that are like, you're a mental patient,
100%.
You're male pattern balding, you're in a dress with a beard,
and you're not fully functional. You lied in your ad. But yes, there is definitely
that I see as a
difference.
mental patient.
Yeah, there's a difference between somebody who is legitimately trans and somebody who's gaming the system. And I do think that some people, like some people are misidentifying. Like, when emo is the big thing, if you didn't know who you were, you just went to emo. When I was a kid, it was devil worshiper. Like, whatever the personality or the identity of the 8-year period is, people just drift into it. So you have legitimate people who belong there, and then people who drift into it because they just didn't know who they were.
Because there are a lot of trans advocates that don't see any difference in a mental patient man who has some kind of fetish, wanting to walk around like that, wanting to shock people. And even worse, sometimes, wanting to flash in front of children, God forbid.
Yes.
And they
get a radio show on ABC and everything. But no, I know they don't see the difference.
Like, why would you advocate like across the board? To me, it seems like you're really overdoing your virtue signal.
It's tribal. It's the same thing.
Yes.
If you say anything about anybody who is but on this side of the white line, we must defend them. And if anything comes from anybody on that, we must attack them. There's no common sense to it.
No common sense. Because I've goofed plenty of times on the guys that insist they are women living in a man's body. And no, you're not. That is not. I often say that genuine transgender men to women, are like 1 in a billion. It's like they're not very common. And to say that it's 4% of the population, 5%, whatever it is, no, you're insane. It's a 0.00%. The rest of them are people that can't fit into a group. They see trans people getting attention and they want attention. I don't think they're genuine in any way.
There is a lot of that. I would say it's more than 1 in a billion, but I also agree maybe it might not be 4%. But I've known a lot in my line of living. You meet quite a few, and it's I believe the genuine that they were actually transgender. But have I met some that I thought were fetishists or cross-dressers? Of course. But I've also met plenty that I'm like, nah, this person's legit, and I've known them for years.
Yeah.
And there are people I still talk to, and they're the same as they were years ago. But then you have those that just kind of slide in because they don't know where else to go.
Yeah.
And it's no one's job to tell them to get out, but it's also like, don't act like somebody who gets arrested for a hard drive violation and then just goes, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a lady. And like in the middle of the trial. Stop it. You know what's going on there, so call it out.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're driving and you kill somebody, you just become a woman. And
well, then they believe that the driving was actually
you
didn't mean to do it.
Have you? Because I see some people, fans and stuff, and they like really jumped on you and give you crap about it. They seem so against you having a transgender wife.
Yeah.
And they've really said, no, screw that guy. I don't want anything to do with him.
Sure. I mean, I care. Like, you ever have a fly that you swat away? That's how much I care about people who don't like
my
it.
co-host.
No, I didn't say a fly that you open with your teeth.
An unfunny bug.
No, I truly do not care.
Good.
Like, I mean, I don't live for other people.
Right.
People who pretend to be shocked. I've been talking about this since 2003.
Yeah.
So, but I don't force my opinions on people. I'm not a virtue signaler. So when people do it to me, they mean nothing to me.
It's what, it reminds me in a way of, some of these famous 90s rock stars that off themselves.
Yeah.
And, like Chris Cornell.
Sure.
It's like, oh, he didn't leave a note. Have you listened to everything he's ever written?
That's right.
That's his note. He lived his life in a way and was putting it out there. The suicide shouldn't come as a surprise. I mean, it's terrible,
Sure.
obviously. But yeah, you were talking about stuff and living your lifestyle. And then to see people going like, what? I thought it was a bid, or
well, they're stupid.
That should not. Yeah.
But I don't care. I truly don't care. Like,
professionally, have you had to deal with that?
No, a bunch of fake allies. Sure.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people who don't like it, but would never have the courage to say they don't like it. So they just don't interact. But I don't care. I truly don't.
People like Joe DeRosa is just jealous, right?
Joe's a good egg. I mean, Joe, believe me, Joe is.
I love Joe.
Joe's trying to have handlebars installed in his ears.
The guy constantly talks about
so many guys
giving in that sense.
Of course.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
He's
but
great.
you can't live
guy.
for other people. You know what I mean?
No.
Like you can't. You're never going to be happy. The allies are fake. I just don't care.
Living well is the best revenge, Jimmy. Jimmy, I love you so much.
I love you too,
Thank
pal.
you so much for coming
Always
in.
fun.
Anything to plug? We got literally 10 seconds.
JimNorton.com, my site for tours. Who cares?
All right. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to the Anthony Cumia Show. You can hear the Anthony Cumia Show Sunday nights at 8. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.